tonight. How was your week and how did you get your weekend started? I hope you made that appointment to be with us here on Irie Jam Radio, Groovin Radio, every Saturday morning, starting live at 9 a.m. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we go any further, we're about to exit what we also call the winter season. A couple more weeks of winter and then we roll into spring. New York City, it is 38 degrees on the outside with some high clouds. The high temperatures for the day will be 50 degrees. The cloud will be with us all day today. The sun will set this evening just around 5:54 p.m. Then overnight tonight, the temperatures will go up 4 degrees to 54 degrees, and this will come right before daybreak. The sun will rise tomorrow morning just around 6:32 a.m. in the morning. Then Sunday's temperatures, we are looking at 62 degrees with some cloud and a 55% chance for some rain. Monday, we're looking at 62 degrees with sunshine. Tuesday, we're up 1 degree to 65 degrees, also with sunshine. As we roll into midweek Wednesday, 59 degrees with cloud for your day. Thursday, 61 degrees with cloud and a 60% chance for some rain. And closing out the week on next week, Friday, will be 49 degrees with sun and cloud. A quick look at next weekend's weather. Next Saturday promises to be 49 degrees with cloud, and next Sunday, 55 degrees with cloud. Folks, full joy this beautiful March weekend, the first full week of March 2026. We are so blessed to be here this Saturday morning. Pay attention. So many people had made plans to be here with us this morning, but they did not make it this far. Be very careful out there. Be mindful, and let's all be respectful. Just know that there is a God, and that God is always watching over us, ladies and gentlemen. Let me now quickly remind you that Groovin Radio comes your way courtesy of, yes, your favorite online store, that is Kingston Corner Shop. KingstonCornerShop.com is keeping the Jamaican and the Caribbean families and communities connected to their roots and culture with some classic Jamaican and Caribbean products. It's very simple to shop at KingstonCornerShop.com, www.KingstonCorner with a K shop.com, and start your shopping. Groovin Radio is also brought to you by the Irie Jam around town. That is Irie Jam Radio, celebrating over 30 years of Caribbean radio broadcast here in the Caribbean diaspora. To advertise on Irie Jam Radio, it's 1-800-277-1462. That is 1-800-277-1462. Keep Caribbean radio alive. Advertise with Irie Jam Radio. Keep Groovin Radio alive. Advertise 1-800-277-1462. Groovin Radio also comes your way courtesy of Bullseye Marketing and Promotion. If you have a product that you'd like to get market, if you have an event that you'd like to market, look no further than Bullseye Market and Promotion. 347-449-7848, 347-449-7848. Now it's time for a program rundown. Up next is going to be our musical presentation. And this morning, ladies and gentlemen, we are going into Trenchtown, and we are going to be paying a visit to Jamaica's songbird. She was born Cynthia Slosh. Ladies and gentlemen, she got married later on in her life to Mr. Winston Merritone Blake. She is the legendary Jamaican songbird, ladies and gentlemen, born in the year 1948. Sadly, she left us too early in 1999. The music of Miss Cynthia Slosh right here as we celebrate International Women's Month. After which we will follow with our community engagement segment where Rosie's Brothers and Sisters Foundation Inc., Rosie's, will present their Easter fish fry. And this is to support the rebuilding of Rosie's High School and education at Rosie's High School. This event will take place on Thursday, April 2nd, 2026. Joining me this morning will be Foundation President Mr. Troy Malcolm. After the 10 o'clock hour, we are going down to Jamaica, and we are going to be joining the Jamaica Information Services for a roundup of news this Saturday morning, and the news will be presented by Miss Joy Kelly. Anthony Turner will then follow with his entertainment report, and then we move into Mic Check, sparking global changes. March is celebrated as International Women's Month. With this Saturday morning from Susan B. Anthony in Seneca Falls, Jamaica in 1944. The journey of women from exclusion to equity. Ladies and gentlemen, the growth, the strength, the independence of women in our global society. Today, ladies and gentlemen, this one is taken from the Gillens paper. Dr. Leo Gillens is going to be our very special guest. And then we will close out the morning with some track and field news. The 2026 track and field season is up and running, ladies and gentlemen, and many young Jamaican athletes are showing world-class signs. From Caribbean Track Life International sports writer, Mr. Desmond Palmer will be joining us this Saturday morning. Welcome to the experience. Now, ladies and gentlemen, are we now looking at World War III? The question is being asked by World News. Well, we now see that Russia has now joined in against the United States and Israel on their strike on Iran. The question is, will China do the same thing, ladies and gentlemen? And will others who do not support this activity, will they join in? And will this be turning out to something bigger than we think? CNN reported on Thursday that President Donald Trump fired his Homeland Security Chief, Kristi Noem, was actually fired, ladies and gentlemen, and she was replaced by Senator Mark Wayne Mullin. Will replace her. Who next to go on the list? Could this be that? Yeah, Attorney General Pom Bondi will be next on the chopping block. ABC News reported that the House Oversight Committee voted to subpoena Attorney General Pom Bondi over her handling of the Epstein investigation. The Republican-led Oversight Committee has subpoenaed their own Attorney General, Miss Pom Bondi, to testify in a closed-door deposition as part of its probe into her handling of the Jeffrey Epstein case. The question is she on the chopping block? After 50 years, Jamaica, ladies and gentlemen, the Jamaica Gleaner reported that Jamaica has now discontinued its medical cooperation program with Cuba. The Foreign Ministry announced on Thursday the move ends a 5-decade relationship under which healthcare workers from the communist nation fill key gaps in the local public healthcare system. This comes as both governments were unable to agree to terms on condition of a new technical cooperation agreement following the expiration of the previous agreement in February 2023. The Kamina Johnson-Smith-led ministry said in a statement, just call it what it is, ladies and gentlemen, could Jamaica bow to powers from the United States? That is to be seen, and that's coming up. It's now time for our musical presentation.
Welcome to the world of musical sounds. In a moment, you will meet someone who will take you on a mysterious journey in which you will get to know the best genres of music from all over the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
Ras Clem.
Are you ready?
Gosh.
No.
how it seems. For whatever reason.
Heartbreaks in season again. Though it feels like hell, it's not the end.
That's right.
You're trying.
Yeah, you know.
Hard to keep it down.
Very, very hard.
There's no denying that you've been pushed around. You're hot in love, and she's so cold. All your nights are lonely. You've got no one to hold. Heartbreaks in season.
Her name is Cynthia Slush.
I guess the end is near.
Jamaica's songbird.
The reasons now are clear. Still it seems strange somehow
Right.
to fall in love, only to find that love is not enough. Like a cigarette in the rain, a single drop puts out the flame.
Oh my
We
God.
were lovers, we were never friends. I should have known that it would end when the first dawn came, like a cigarette in the rain. What a cruel twist of fate to watch our love turn to hate. All of the arguments, the needless fights, nothing in common but our sleepless nights, like a cigarette in the rain. A single drop puts out the flame. We were
So Donald Trump has actually done it. He just fired.
Send me the pillow that you dream on. Don't you know that I still care for you? Send me the pillow that you dream on. So darling, I can dream on it too. Each night while I'm sleeping, oh so lonely, I'll share your loving dreams that once were true. I've waited so long for you to write me, but just a memory's all that's left of you. Send me the pillow that you dream on. Don't you know that I still care for you? Send me the pillow that you dream on. So darling, I can dream on it too. Signs of the times. Signs of the times. These are the signs of the times. Time to look into our lives. Think about things we must do to make life better for you. Look what is happening today. Everything's all work and no play. Make time to read the good book. Face the mirror, take a look. We can continue this way, ignoring the signs of the day, pretending the world is right when there's no love in sight. Take heed, mankind. These are the signs of the times. Time to look into our lives. Think about things we must do to make life better for you. Signs of the times. Well, take a little time out to care. Learn with your brother, man, to share. It's not the gift, just a thought that counts. Let's show our love in large amounts. Yeah. Too long, I've got this heavy crush on you. So strong, it's got me thinking what to do. This love is an everlasting vibe, and it's growing, growing. Yes, it's growing, growing. Last night I did not sleep at all. Wish I had your number. I would sure give you a call. For this love, I can no longer disguise.
I'm with them out is
You'd never know.
This is another Irie Jam exclusive.
Too long, I've got this heavy crush on you. So strong, it's got me thinking what to do. This love is an everlasting vibe, and it's growing, growing. Yes, it's growing, growing. For you, my heart's an open book. Turn around, take one little look. Yeah, you'll see a love you've never known. And just to think, this could be all yours to own. No, yes, too long. I've got this heavy crush on you. Yo te quiero. Yo te amo. Something in the way you hold me tonight shows me that your love is growing. When the taste is sweet, tequila so right, that's the time I'm giving you.
You make me feel so
And it's
good.
burning like the warm summer sun, lingering like a Spanish love song. What I feel inside, my sweet lovely one, love will lead me on and on. I'm gonna love you tonight.
Oh my
Hold
God,
you so tight,
the
you
music
dear.
just turns me on.
You know tonight is so right to stay by your side, yo te amo. Come on and let yourself go, let your love flow, 'cause love will keep us together
Indeed.
until the end of all time. You'll always be mine, yo te quiero.
Wow.
Yo te quiero.
Wow.
Yo te amo.
Who am I?
Lying in your arms, so close by.
You're locked into Groovin Radio on a Saturday morning. We're live on Irie Jam Radio, Hot 97.1 FM HD3.
We have come
We're live on the Tony Culture YouTube channel.
way together.
Yes, indeed.
Trials and tribulations have made us better.
Wow.
We have found a love so strong. we've been through in life, I have no regrets. We have suffered so many disappointments. It's a wonder we both survived. No spoken word, it's a magic deep within, a feeling that you can't control. Just believe this love for you, oh so timeless, oh so true, it's sure to bring you happiness. If anybody ever did, you look like love.
Do you know?
The kind that heaven surely made us.
That's right.
And so few realize.
Indeed.
And I see it in your eyes. You feel like love in these empty arms of mine. You feel like love, the kind that everybody dreams of.
Right.
But so few seldom find.
Wow.
In their own place and time. Thank God you're mine. You taste like love to these ever hungry lips. You taste like love, the kind that angels must partake of.
Wow. got a serious decision to make.
Why am I chained to a memory?
Why am I?
Why does the thought of you still torture me? When will I find someone to set me free so I won't be
Chained to a memory. Could this be my exit program? Could it be?
Why am I chained to the
Should it be?
I knew? Each day the thought of something cruel to do. Where in this world will I escape from you so I won't be
Chained to a memory.
Your letters threw them in the fire.
That's right.
Your pictures out the window, all that I could find that reminded me of you. I threw them all away. I wake up in the morning and I'm pacing the floor, like I'm expecting you to walk through the door.
I've made this call before, you know. I've made this call before. Chained to a memory. Wow. The voice of the legendary Miss Cynthia Slush. Right here on Groovin Radio.
Sometimes when life's poison arrows
Treat me to the ground. Dreams come falling down.
friends just can't be far.
Sit.
I don't worry, I don't wonder.
I just don't know what to do.
I don't go crazy, I just go for you.
I would like you to surround me with love.
Surround me with love.
That's all I need.
I need you beside me.
That's all I need.
I want you to hold
That's all I need.
when this world is closing.
And it's closing in fast. Surround me with love.
When I can't make it, whatever comes, you know I can take it. Just as long as you surround me.
Me with love. And this is where, wow.
Oh my gosh.
Always.
I'm hooked on love. That's how you've got me now. Don't know what I'm thinking of.
Don't know, you know.
High on life, living for you. That's how I want it now. Say you want it too. You've got me on a string, running after you. You know I'd do anything just to be with you. High on dreams, I'm hooked on love. That's how you've got me now. Don't know what I'm thinking of.
And this is where I will end my musical presentation.
I've loved a few,
Yes, I did.
I've had my
I've had my share, you know. Talk about hurt.
Talk about hurt.
I've been there too.
I've been there.
Yes, indeed.
I know love.
I know what it's all about.
I know what love is all about.
That's right.
And you're all the way in.
You're all the way out.
Or all the way out.
That's right. There's no in between.
There's no in between. You must walk away or stand up and fight.
I have fought the fight.
For greatness in loving your love is just believing you're right.
If you're into something good,
If you're into something good, for God's sake, don't let it die.
thank you, Cynthia Slush. And this is where we'll end it.
And be all the way in.
Our community engagement segment is up next. My name is Ras Clem. I hope you full joy that interlude of music.
It's a newly renovated VP record store located
the
at
next video, sir. Don't get so
170-19 Jamaica
impatient.
Avenue. We have a wide array of
We
music
keep
for you to
getting the
choose
best
from.
video-
Reggae, soca, gospel, and rocksteady. We also stock specialty gift items, arts, books, CDs, and vinyl. And for that trendy individual, check out our rhythm-driven clothing. Visit us today, VP Record Store, 170-19 Jamaica Avenue. Open Monday to Friday, 11 to 7 p.m. And on Saturdays, 10 to 7 p.m. Call us today, 718-297-5802. That's 718-297-5802.
Lord, me picnic on all the way to Missouri. I mean, I don't know how him go eat at daytime because him love him banana chips, him love him bun and cheese, and I don't know which part of the world them go find them the same thing there.
Relax, Mary, what you talk about? This handy boy got the corner shop and make him order what he want.
What you want talk about corner shop? You know, see the boy there all the way in Middle America back a God back. You think we there Jamaica?
No, darling. Get with the times, man. Modern technology we are talking about. The corner shop online. KingstonCornerShop.com.
What?
Kingston Corner with a K shop.com. And him just order the same thing them and them ship it right to him destination. So him can get up a man in time and make him little plantain porridge. For lunch, him can eat some bully beef with little onion cut up in there. And then for dinner, him can boil the great Jamaican cock soup.
So him really want me home so much.
So say it with me and set your heart at ease. KingstonCornerShop.com.
Looking for a medical doctor? Hey, look no further. Dr. France Jasmine for all your medical needs. Dr. Jasmine specializes in immigration medical examination form I-693, citizenship test exemption form N-648, DOT certified for medical examination for all CDL drivers, including bus and truck drivers, pre-employment examination, school medical examination. Call today, don't delay. Call Dr. Jasmine right away. 718-994-8932. Located 3919 Dyer Avenue off 233rd Street in the Bronx. Dr. France Jasmine, board certified.
The newly renovated dining room at the Door Caribbean Restaurant is something to talk about. Talk about being exquisite, elegant, and truly sophisticated. It's a must-see and something you'll be talking about for a long time. The Door Caribbean Restaurant, because you deserve nothing less.
Andrea, is who baked this fruitcake?
What you mean? I did.
But you can bake.
Yes, I can.
But when you find the time?
Didn't need any. It's Annie Lou Cake Mix.
Annie Lou Cake Mix. Just add eggs and butter. Mix for 3 minutes, then pop in the oven for a real Jamaican fruitcake at half the price of baking from scratch. This is not cake mix. It's really bake it for you.
Annie Lou. And there's Annie Lou soaked fruits if you want to bake your own cake from scratch.
Annie Lou Jamaican Fruitcake Mix. All of the flavor, none of the fuss.
Yeah, no, this is Christopher Martin, the Steppin' Raisin. You're in tune to Groovin Radio. Grooving wasn't made for love. Grooving was made for love. Stay tuned to Groovin Radio. Martin says so.
And That is absolutely right, ladies and gentlemen. Groovin Radio was born out of pure love. It is now time to share more love in and around the community. It is time for our community engagement segment right here on the Groovin Radio Experience. Well, this Saturday morning, we are staying with charity. This Saturday morning, we are going to be visiting with the Rose's Brothers and Sisters Foundation, Inc. Rose's, ladies and gentlemen, they're getting ready to present their Easter fish fry. This will take place on Thursday, April 2nd, 2026. 3458 Borla Avenue in the Bronx. Joining me this morning, the man is no stranger to Groovin Radio. He's no stranger to Irie Jam Radio. He is the president of BOCES. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Troy Malcolm has now joined the engagement. Good morning, Troy. How are you?
Yeah, good morning, Ras Clem, and good morning to you and your beautiful audience in the tri-state area. Yeah, man, it's a pleasure to be here once again. You know, as what you just said, we are family, and we're family for life.
Indeed. How are things at Rose's High School this morning, Troy? How are things going, and how are things going with you?
My family and I, we're good. Thanks for asking, and I hope you're in the best of health, you and your family as well. Things is not looking great at Rose's High School at the moment, Ras. They're in dire need of a lot of repairs. Melissa has gotten the best of them. One of the campus, which is the campus 2, as what we called it, that's located in the further part of Western Hanover there, over close to the Fort Charlotte area. That particular campus hosted the younger kids. So that campus is closed temporarily for right now, and it's just the main campus going on Watson Taylor Drive that's currently being open.
You know, Troy, sometime when you listen to the information coming out of Jamaica, you would think all is well now, you know. But having these conversations, it proves that there's so much has happened in Jamaica when this Category 5/Category 6 hurricane made landfall in Jamaica. To hear this morning that one of Rose's campus is still closed. How many people knew that? And that is why what we're going to be talking about this morning, the Easter fry, that is why it is important for folks to come together and support events like these, because these are some of the events that get the school up and running again, and these are the events that support education at its highest at Rose's High School. So the Brothers and Sisters Foundation once again are coming together to present a Easter fish fry, and this will take place on Thursday, April 2nd, 2026 at 3458 Borla Avenue in the Bronx. Now, tell our listeners, Troy, because proceeds from this will go straight back to Rose's. Tell our listeners what is going to take place on Thursday, April 2nd, and why they must, not should, they must support this one. Go ahead.
Yes, Ras. As I'm not sure if a lot of the audience know that we are a 501c3 non-for-profit organization. All of our fundraising activities or events or our funds is 100% goes to Rose's High School. So everything that we does goes right back to Rose's High School, whether it's from infrastructure, education, sporting, and arts. So, so this fish fry on Thursday, April 2nd, 2026, actually, so we come up with a unique idea for the past 3-4 years where we actually fried the fish for family members, right? So, as you know, a lot of folks do not want to prepare the fish in their house because it's kind of smelly. So we did that for them. So we have the $50 pan, and then we have the family-sized pan, which is a large pan. And so they can come and pick it up at 3458 Borla Avenue, Bronx, New York. So if you need fish, guys, you can reach out to me at 646-872-7879 or Spuddy at 646-316-1658 or Carlene at 917-743-6667.
Indeed. And folks, I am urging you to support this event because this event, as always, and you just heard Troy said it, all their events, proceeds goes to what? Rossi's High School. Proceeds go to the building fund. Proceeds go to the education fund. Proceeds go to the sports funding. It's something, ladies and gentlemen, that we should all know by now, that all these schools in the diaspora, the 60-something plus schools that are under the usual umbrella, when they put on an event, the event is to support the schools and the children back home. So on Thursday, April 2nd, 2026, the Bronx, 3458 Borla Avenue, Bronx, New York. And Troy, you just mentioned you're doing the pan special. Small pans, $50. Large pans, $100. And folks, yes, I know a lot of you folks don't want to fry the fish inside your house because, as Troy said, and as a matter of fact, just preparing, just to go and prepare the fish itself to fry it. It takes some time and it takes some work. So if you want to have this Easter where you have fried fish on your table, is it only fried fish, Troy? Are there any steamed fish?
No, we're going to throw in some sides for them, although the flyer might says no sides available. So for the last year we kind of surprised them, so they were happy that we're throwing some festivals and bammy and stuff like that. So they can look for that as well.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say to my good friend Dr. Trevor Dixon, even though he's from the other side of the bridge, Dr. Trevor Dixon from the Jaja Foundation, come across and get some fish to take over across the bridge. Jen, I know you're a part of the team, but Jen, you can get some fish ready there at Boiler Avenue. Richard.
Jen did some work last year too, right? He came in and come cut up some onions and peppers for us, So Jen is a hard worker.
So Jen came in to help out with the escovite sauce. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am urging you, please, to support this great event. It's for a great cause. Rossi's Brothers and Sisters Foundation, they're getting ready for their Easter fish fry. And then there's also an event that is going to be following this event real soon. And this one is an event taking place. Is it an all-white, Troy? Is it an all-white?
All-white, yes, Rasta. Because you see, for the last two events, we've created that formal black tie affair. But, so we can't leave out the ordinary supporters, them who always come out and support us, because maybe a lot of people can't afford that $100 ticket, $140 ticket. So we try to get them involved as well. It's a fundraiser event as well. So this is an all-white, and it's going to be held at 32 East 1st Street, Mount Vernon, and it's going to be Memorial Day weekend. Normally we always have a fish fry in our usual backyard event there. But we decided to take it indoors this time, so we want everybody to come and have a great time, but it's also for a worthy cause.
Indeed, and we'll be talking about that right here also on Groovin Radio. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to the president of the Rossi's Brothers and Sisters Foundation here in New York. His name is Mr. Troy Malcolm. He is inviting each and every one of you in the sound of my voice to come out and support this fish fry Thursday, April 2nd, 2026. 3458 Borla Avenue, Bronx, New York. For more information, please call Troy himself at 646-872-7898. You can call Spuddy, or you could stop by Spuddy's Barbershop up there on White Plains Road and 241st Street. Spuddy number is 646-316-1658, or you could call Carlene at 917-743-6667. That's 917-743-6667. Ladies and gentlemen, support these events because these events support great causes back home in Jamaica. And again, once again, Troy, I am just so surprised that that little campus there at Rossi's is still not back up and running. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's
one final thing, Ras, before because if some of the people who cannot make it or cannot afford to purchase a pan or come at the actual location, there's a Zelle email address that they can donate some funds in order to help assist in this area, and it's Rossi's RUSEAS Brosis, BROSIS, at gmail.com.
Indeed.
So if they want to make a donation towards what we're doing, they can do that as well.
Indeed. And if you missed that Zelle number, Zelle information, ladies and gentlemen, just call Troy himself. Once again, 646-872-7879. 646-872-7879. Thank you so much, Troy, for joining the engagement this morning, my friend.
Thank you so much, and thanks to the audience. And I also want to thank my board members and the guys who are selling tickets, for us. They have been working tremendously hard, especially going out to Hunts Point at 1-2 o'clock in the morning to purchase fish.
Indeed.
Yeah, I couldn't do it without them.
Indeed. Thank you so much, Troy. Have a blessed weekend, my friend.
All right. Thank you, sir.
One love. That was Mr. Troy Malcolm, ladies and gentlemen. He is the president of the Rose's Brothers and Sisters Foundation, Inc. Yes, indeed. Give him a call at 646-872-7879. Well, before we go up to the top of the hour, I got a brand new song, and she has resurfaced in Jamaica. Coffee, that is. I have a brand new song from Coffee and Popcorn. CNN reported this week that the man who spearheaded the Selma voting rights, he organized the Selma voting rights back in the days so we could have voting rights and civil rights. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bernard Lafayette, he passed away this week, and we must salute those folks who gave it all, ladies and gentlemen. He took the risky proposal. He took this risky move, ladies and gentlemen, and this is why the passage of the voting rights took place in 1965. Rest well, Mr. Bernard Lafayette. Rest well, my brother. Brand new song from Coffee and Popcorn.
Yeah. Unruly spirit rise up.
That's right.
From the valley to the hilltop. Good for you. When the shadow try cover my sight, me remember who carry me through the night. No weapon form could win the fight. Cause I'm covered in eternal light. Me choose faith over fear every time. Even when the road rough and the mountain high. Tears fall down but me head still sky.
Max D, good morning.
Light never let me blind. Faith over fear me not decline.
Florida, how are you?
Through the dark me still gon' shine. Storm a rage but my soul alive. Faith over fear, victory mine. Fear a lie, I'm in a entertain. Faith of the fire run through my vein. Sun gon' shine after the rain. Last turn lesson, pain turn game.
They always believe that, that the sun will shine after the rain. But it's to get to the sun after the rain. Faith over fear.
Them want some me do, them want some me fall. Whispering on my ears, some me back against the wall. But me know, guide me when me back against the wall. Every prayer when me send up on my star. Night cold floors, knees to the ground. Heart full of hope, though nobody around. Mama tell me son, never let them pull you down. So me plant me seed firm in a solid ground. Pressure build like wave on shore. But my spirit strong, me can't ignore. Every scare just open door. For blessings rain and pour and pour.
When the shadow try cover my sight, me remember who carry me through the night. No weapon form could win the fight.
That's right.
I'm covered in eternal light.
Still remember, ladies and gentlemen, every Saturday morning, starting live at 9 a.m., Groovin Radio is live on GroovinRadioNY.com, Irie Jam Radio, Hot 97.1 FM HD3, ReggaeKingRadio.com, IslandFlavorRadio.com, 92.5 FM over there in Bergen County. In a few minutes at 10 a.m., we will be joined by the 98.9 FM Future FM family in the Bronx, Mount Vernon, and Lower Westchester County area. We're live on the Tony Culture Time app. We're also live on the Tony Culture YouTube channel, WB Radio app, Irie Jam Radio app. The little that we have, we're working with it. And as I said earlier on, I have a serious decision now to make.
Fear a lie, I'm in a entertain. Fear to the fire run through my vein. sun gon' shine after.
Dr. Trevor Dixon, the Jaja Foundation family. One love, much love. Thanks for your support, my brother.
Even if I fall, I'ma try again.
To the Colgate family, good morning. Jen, one love. Bayesian King, my brother from another mother. Yes, indeed, my brother, one love.
Even when the road rough on the mountain night, tears fall down, but my head still sky. Cause your light never let me blind.
Everything drop out. Look at right up there.
Brand new music from Coffee. The Unruly Boss. Popcorn.
From the valley to the hilltop.
When we come back,
feet over fear.
We're going down to Jamaica. We will be joining the JIS team for the news roundup. Louis Grant, good morning, sir. Thank you very much. Killer Boo, how are you? DJ Roy, Irie Bobby, Cinta Shea Clark, the Jam family, Mud Out, Rude Boy David Levy, Chris the Master. Yes, I.
Sun go shine after the rain. Last turn lesson, pain turn again. Hands to the sky, me testify. Even if I fall, me try again.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet.
Groovin Radio.
Even the other stations are tuned in too.
You're listening to Groovin Radio with the original Ras Clem.
This is what everybody's talking about.
You know the thing got big up Groovin Radio with Ras Clem and Busy Signal, I say that, man.
Yes, New York girls, I hear singer Ras Riley representing for Groovin Radio. And to remember, I love you just the way you are, girl. You don't have to change, you don't have to do a thing, no. Just the way you are, girl. Keep grooving with Groovin Radio. Oh.
What up, y'all? This is TGT, Tyrese,
Genuine,
and Tank.
And you are tuned in to Ras Clem on the Groovin Out.
No other station comes close, FM or AM. We're simply the best.
Groovin on Groovin Radio. Maxi, please say so.
This is Alpha Blondie with his brother Ras Clem on Groovin Radio. Some call him Allah, some call him Adonai, some call him Jehovah, Jesus, Yahweh, Buddha, Krishna, but he's one. Yes, he is one. Like a tree with many branches, many in one. Hallelujah. God is great. Hallelujah. God is one. Big up. I love you.
The feeling is good. I want to hear you say,
Black Bridge to the George Washington Bridge. From the top of the Empire State Building to the Blue Mountain Peak of New York City, it's Irie Jam.
WQHT 97.1 FM HD3.
Irie Jam.
My heart's racing, I'm shaking, listening to the songs you're playing. Irie Jam. You are no ordinary station. Yo, what's up? This is Alaine. Keep listening to Irie Jam.
Give praise to Rastafari, and all praises unto Jah. Yeah, Irie Jam a conqueror. Blessed love, this is Lucian Jah Messenger, and it's Irie Jam keeping the music alive. Stay
Sing it. Tyrus Riley representing for Groovin Radio, you know? All girls who are tight and all man go on, bless up. I'm a grooving, listening to Groovin Radio. Come on, man.
It's all about Groovin Radio. Number one station, Albaro's listening. Fire can't cool this, yeah, fire can't tame. Yo, Freedom on Fire.
This is Raging Fire representing Groovin Radio with Ras Clem. Head knock home from morning. Steam chalice in a we are this a straight ragamuffin thing. Good God, straight ragamuffin thing.
Andres, who baked this fruitcake?
What you mean? I did.
But you can bake.
Yes, I can.
But When you find the time.
Didn't need any. It's Annie Lou Cake Mix.
Annie Lou Cake Mix. Just add eggs and butter, mix for 3 minutes, then pop in the oven for a real Jamaican fruitcake at half the price of baking from scratch. This is not cake mix. This will really bake it for you.
Annie Lou. And there's Annie Lou soaked fruits if you want to bake your own cake from scratch.
Annie Lou Jamaican fruitcake mix. All of the flavor, none of the fuss.
Looking for a medical doctor? Hey, look no further. Dr. France Jasmine for all your medical needs. Dr. Jasmine specializes in immigration medical examination form I-693, citizenship test exemption form N-648, DOT certified for medical examination for all CDL drivers, including bus and truck drivers, pre-employment examination, school medical examination. Call today, don't delay. Call Dr. Jasmine right away. 718-994-8932. Located 3919 Dyer Avenue off 233rd Street in the Bronx. Dr. France Jasmine, board certified.
The newly renovated dining room at the Door Caribbean Restaurant is something to talk about. Talk about being exquisite, elegant, and truly sophisticated. It's a must-see and something you'll be talking about for a long time. The Door Caribbean Restaurant, because you deserve nothing less.
Lord, me picnic on all the way to Missouri. I mean, I don't know how him I eat at daytime because him love him banana chips, him love him bun and cheese, and I don't know which part of the world I'm going to find them the same thing there.
Lord Sneery, what you talk about? This handy boy got the corner shop and make him harder what him want.
What you want talk about corner shop? You know, see the boy there all the way in the middle America, back a God back. You think we there Jamaica?
No, darling. Get with the times, man. Modern technology we are talking about. The corner shop online. KingstonCornerShop.com.
What?
Kingston Corner with a K shop.com. And him just harder the thing them and them ship it right to him destination. So him can get up a man in time and make him little plantain porridge. For lunch, him can eat some bully beef with little onion cut up in there. And then for dinner, him can boil the greatest Jamaican cock soup.
So him really want me swarm so much.
So say it with me and set your heart at ease.
KingstonCornerShop.com.
Wait the town and tell the people.
It's a newly renovated VP record store located at 170-19 Jamaica Avenue. We have a wide array of music for you to choose from. Reggae, soca, gospel, and rocksteady. We also stock specialty gift items, arts, books, CDs, and vinyl. And for that trendy individual, check out our rhythm-driven clothing. Visit us today, VP Record Store, 170-19 Jamaica Avenue. Open Monday to Friday, 11 to 7 p.m. And on Saturdays, 10 to 7 p.m. Call us today, 718-297-5802. That's 718-297-5802.
Brand new! This is your girl, the Caribbean Soca Queen, Allison Hines, and you're locked on to Groovin Radio with Ras Clem.
Blessed love, this is Dwayne Stevenson from Augustown, and you're in tune to Ras Clem on Groovin Radio.
Hello, reggae fans. This is Toots from Toots to the Meter saying tune in. One time, hey, let's get grooving.
Top of the Empire State Building to the Blue Mountain Peak of New York City. It's Irie Jam.
WQHT 97.1 FM HG3.
That is so right, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to the Groovin Radio Experience live on Irie Jam Radio, Hot 97.1 FM HD3. Welcome back to the second hour of the Groovin Radio Experience. And if I could give you a quick rundown of the second hour, up next is going to be the news from JIS. Anthony Turner will follow with Entertainment Report. And then after Entertainment Report, we will move into Mic Check this morning as we get ready to celebrate International Women's Month right here on Groovin Radio. But let me take this time to quickly say thanks to my first hour guest. I got to say thanks to Mr. Troy Malcolm. He is the president of Rosie's Brothers and Sisters Foundation. They're getting ready. Yes, they're getting ready for their Easter Fish Fry, which will be taking place on Thursday, April 2nd. You will hear a lot more about it right here on Groovin Radio. Musically, ladies and gentlemen, you heard from Jamaica's songbird, Miss Cynthia Slosh. Her music was presented in our musical mix this morning. Cynthia Slosh was born in Trenchtown, Jamaica in the year 1948. She attended Trenchtown Elementary School before she moved on to Hardin High School. Yes, indeed, the songbird sadly died in the year 1991. I think she was about 51 years old. Way too soon, ladies and gentlemen. She was the wife of Winston Merritone Blake. And then at the top, at the bottom of the at the top of the 10 o'clock hour, right before we took the break, you got a brand new song from Popcorn and Coffee. And Coffee showed up in Jamaica at the Love Fest inside Oak Gardens over the weekend. And yes, she delivered a stellar segment. So did Chronix, who showed up, ladies and gentlemen, after Chronix, as they say, is now out of exile. Yes, indeed. And we'll talk some more about it in Entertainment Report. But before I go any further, ladies and gentlemen, let me just quickly remind you that Groovin Radio comes your way courtesy of your favorite online store, that is Kingston Corner Shop. KingstonCornerShop.com is keeping the Jamaican and the Caribbean families connected to their roots and culture with some classic Jamaican and Caribbean products. It is very simple to shop at KingstonCornerShop.com. Log on to www.KingstonCornerWithAK.shop.com and start your shopping there. Keep your loved ones, keep your families and your friends connected to their Jamaican and Caribbean roots through KingstonCornerShop.com. Groovin Radio also comes your way courtesy of Irie Jam Radio. The Irie Jam legacy continues after 30 plus years. Irie Jam Radio is still around, ladies and gentlemen. To advertise on Irie Jam Radio, please call 1-800-277-1462. That is 1-800-277-1462. Keep Caribbean radio alive and well right here on Hot 97.1 FM HD3 Irie Jam Radio. Keep Groovin Radio alive and well by supporting the platform. 1-800-277-1462. Groovin Radio is also brought to you by your favorite online Groovin Radio is also brought to you by Bullseye Marketing and Promotion, ladies and gentlemen. If you have a product that you would like to get marketed, if you have an event that you would like to get marketed, please call Bullseye Marketing and Promotion at 347-449-7848. That is 347-449-7848. Once again, it is the Groovin Radio experience live on Irie Jam Radio. Well, yesterday, America said its final goodbye to the Reverend Jesse Louis Jackson. 3 former presidents and First Lady and Vice President said goodbye to the Reverend Jesse Jackson, along with a host of civil rights leaders. Andrew Young, ladies and gentlemen, former ambassador, also said goodbye to the Reverend Jesse Jackson. Jesse Jackson, final goodbye took place in Chicago. Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, also President Joe Biden, First Lady Jill Biden, First Lady Hillary Rodham Clinton, Vice President Kamala Harris, they all showed up to say goodbye to the Reverend Jesse Jackson. Sleep well, Jesse Jackson, sleep well. CNN is reporting, ladies and gentlemen, and this one is going to hit hard. Why is Wall Street now calling out echoes of the 2008 financial crisis? Well, for months, investors and analysts have kept a close eye on the shadow corner of finance known as private credit. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the alarm bells are now ringing, so says the Wall Street expert. Fear is in the air. Could there be a repeat of the 2008 financial crash? Ladies and gentlemen, CNBC News, retail sales has fell unexpectedly in the month of January. The biggest drop in 8 months. Yes, folks, spending with U.S. retailers unexpectedly fell in the month of January as consumer confidence now languish. Ladies and gentlemen, harsh colds in certain parts of the countries has kept people out of stores, and folks are now holding on to their liquid cash. It is Groovin Radio, and it's now time for the news, ladies and gentlemen. So let me go down to Jamaica and join Miss Joy Kelly with the News Roundup.
News, JIS News, a roundup of government lead stories for the week. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness has given the directive to establish audit teams to prevent welfare fraud within the Restoration of Owner and Occupant Family Shelter ROOFS program. The Prime Minister made this known during his address at the official launch of the Cedar Creek housing development held in Portmore, St. Catherine on Tuesday. The ROOFS program is an initiative which supports individuals and families whose homes were damaged during Hurricane Melissa last October.
I've asked MOCA and the Ministry of Labour and Social Security to put in place audit teams to check that there is no fraud, no welfare fraud in the use of these grants. And it is very important because if you took the grant and used it for other purposes other than for which it was given, then you didn't need the grant in the first place. We could have given that to someone who actually needed it.
A comprehensive damage and loss assessment has estimated that the total impact of Hurricane Melissa on Jamaica is 1.952 trillion Jamaican dollars. Director General of the Planning Institute of Jamaica, PIOJ, Dr. Wayne Henry, says the figure represents nearly 56.7% of Jamaica's 2024 gross domestic product. The assessment was conducted in collaboration with the United Nations Economic Commission for Latin America and the Caribbean, along with the government. It examined the hurricane's impact across the social, productive, and infrastructure sectors.
This figure represents more than 4 times that of Hurricane Gilbert, previously the costliest hurricane in Jamaica's history. The assessment examined 3 broad areas. 1, social sector, focused on the affected population, education, health, housing, and culture. 2, the productive sectors, which analyzed agriculture and livestock, fisheries and aquaculture, tourism, commerce, and industry. And 3, the infrastructure sector, with analysis comprised transportation, power, water and sewage, and telecommunications.
The country continues to see a downward trend in road deaths. According to statistics from the Island Traffic Authority, there is a 26% reduction in fatalities. In welcoming the reduction, Vice Chairman of the National Road Safety Council, NRSC, Dr. Lucian Jones, says that if this 26% decline continues, then for the first time since 2012, the country could see below 300 road deaths this year. Since the start of the year, 45 persons have died in traffic crashes, compared with 61 for the corresponding period in 2025. The category of road users accounting for most of the road deaths is private motorcar passengers, with 12, followed by pedestrians with 11, and 9 motorcyclists. Among the persons killed are 7 children and 9 elderly persons. And the Criminal Records Rehabilitation of Offenders Amendment Act 2026 has been gazetted and is now law. The bill was passed in the House of Representatives and the Senate and received the assent of the Governor-General on February 20. Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs Delroy Chuck says the act establishes a 2-stage framework for addressing the criminal records of rehabilitated persons.
The central objective of these amendments is to strengthen and modernize the expungement framework in Jamaica by expanding access to expungement in appropriate cases, clarifying the decision-making framework of the Criminal Records Rehabilitation of Offenders Board, and increasing efficiency and fairness in the process.
The Justice Minister reasoned that the government has long recognized that expungement plays a critical role in enabling rehabilitated individuals to reintegrate into society. This as access to employment, professional licensing, educational opportunities, and international travel may all be adversely affected by the existence of a criminal record. Those were some of the top stories making news this week. I'm Joy Kelly.
The GOJ News Recap, weekends right here on this station. A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
Ladies and gentlemen, New York, it's time. Sunday, March 22nd, experience the return of Classic Man. The day party from 4 to 10 p.m. We're bringing grown man vibes, grown woman elegance, and timeless style to the city. Dress code classic, clean, confident. This is a 21 and over experience. Sip responsibly, social intentionally, and elevate the culture. The return of Classic Man, the day party. Sunday, March 22nd, New York City. Follow at Classic Man NYC for details. When style shows up, the city pays attention.
I'm a classic man. You feel this good? I want to hear you say, Irie.
Wait
town and tell the people.
It's a newly renovated VP record store located at 170-19 Jamaica Avenue. We have a wide array of music for you to choose from: reggae, soca, gospel, and rocksteady. We also stock specialty gift items, arts, books, CDs, and vinyl. And for that trendy individual, check out our rhythm-driven clothing. Visit us today, VP Record Store, 170-19 Jamaica Avenue. Open Monday to Friday, 11 to 7 p.m. and on Saturdays, 10 to 7 p.m. Call us today, 718-297-5802. That's 718-297-5802.
Brand new!
Lord, me picnic on all the way to Missouri. I mean, no know how him a eat at daytime because him love him banana chips, him love him bun and cheese, and I don't know which part of the world I'm going to find them the same thing there.
Relax, Mary, what you talk about? This handy boy got the corner shop and make him harder what him want.
What you want talk about corner shop? You know, see the boy there all the way in the middle America, back a God back. You think we there Jamaica?
No, darling. Get with the times, man. Modern technology we are talking about. The corner shop online. KingstonCornerShop.com.
What?
Kingston Corner with a K shop.com. And him just harder the thing them and them ship it right to him destination. So him can get up a man in time and make him little plantain porridge. For lunch, him can eat some bully beef with little honey and cut up in there. And then for dinner, him can boil the greatest Jamaican cock soup.
So him really won't miss home so much.
So say it with me and set your heart at ease. KingstonCornerShop.com.
Looking for a medical doctor? Hey, look no further. Dr. France Jasmine for all your medical needs. Dr. Jasmine specializes in immigration medical examination form I-693, citizenship test exemption form N-648, DOT certified for medical examination for all CDL drivers, including bus and truck drivers, pre-employment examination, school medical examination. Call today, don't delay. Call Dr. Jasmine right away. 718-994-8932. Located 3919 Dyer Avenue off 233rd Street in the Bronx. Dr. France Jasmine, board certified.
The newly renovated dining room at the Door Caribbean Restaurant is something to talk about. Talk about being exquisite, elegant, and truly sophisticated. It's a must-see and something you'll be talking about for a long time. The Door Caribbean Restaurant, because you deserve nothing less.
Andrea, is who baked this fruitcake?
What you mean? I did.
But you can bake.
Yes, I can.
But when you find the time?
Didn't need any. It's Annie Lou Cake Mix.
Annie Lou Cake Mix. Just add eggs and butter. Mix for 3 minutes, then pop in the oven for a real Jamaican fruitcake at half the price of baking from scratch. This is not cake mix. This will really bake it for you.
Annie Lou. And there's Annie Lou soaked fruits if you want to bake your own cake from scratch.
Annie Lou Jamaican Fruitcake Mix. All of the flavor, none of the fuss.
It's fresh, it's fun, it's factual, it's loaded with delicious chunks of what's happening in the world of entertainment today. It's your weekly Jamaica 50 E-Report.
Ready?
Welcome. You have now entered into the world of...
And now, coming to you live from New York City, your entertainment guru, Anthony Turner.
Anthony Turner.
When they go low, we go high.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your entertainment report with your entertainment guru, Mr. Anthony H. Turner. Good morning, Anthony. How are you?
Hi, good morning, Ras Clem. How is everything in your neck of the woods?
Well, I can say most things are good. Not everything is good. I woke up this morning. I worked this week. My 2 feet are now on the ground. So I will say that this is the day the Lord has made. So let us all rejoice in it and be glad. So many had made plans to be here this morning, and they just didn't. How are you doing, Anthony?
Yeah, man, everything is great. Looking forward to a warm a spring day. I mean, it has been so cold and so much snow has come come down on us, so we're just happy that we are having.
Indeed.
I think we're going to be heading close to 60 degrees today.
Well, it is says that we're in meteorological spring. That's what they call it. We're not officially in spring yet, Anthony. We're just springing ahead tonight. Spring is about 3-4 weeks away officially. Huh? What you have this morning?
Anyway, the report sponsored by the Jammies Entertainment produced Mother's Day concert. And, of course, that big Mother's Day event happens on Saturday, May 9th. It happens at the UBS Arena, and it stars the captain, Beresford Hammond, and he'll be joined by Stephanie Mills, Romaine Virgo. And doors open at 7 p.m. Showtime starts at 8. And for tickets, you could log on to jamminsevent.com to get more information or ticket. And Ras Clem, for decades, the Marley name has been synonymous with reggae royalty, carried proudly across the globe by his children. And we're talking about the children of the Honorable Robert Nesta Marley and Rita Marley. Yet, among the iconic family lineage, there's one voice, and we're talking about the voice of Sharon Marley, has often remained quiet rather than prominently visible. Well, now Sharon, the 3-time Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter, well, she's stepping forth into her own spotlight with the release of a brand new single. It's titled Island, and it dropped yesterday. I haven't actually heard it as yet, but I can't wait to hear what it sounds like. I know you're always getting new songs. Have you got your copy as yet?
I haven't got that copy, that Anthony. I wonder who put that one out.
I don't know.
I'm waiting for it.
All right. Anyway, news came last week that NBC TV's nationally syndicated morning show with co-host Jenna Bush Hager and Chanel Jones, well, they'll be heading to Sandals Dunn's River in Ocho Rios, the date March 26th to 27th. They're going to be doing 2 live broadcasts, and to support the broadcast, I'm told that the Jamaica Tourist Board announced plans for an on-air giveaway for one lucky viewer and a guest. And they will win a trip to Ocho Rios with accommodations provided by Sandals Dunn's River and airfare provided by the Jamaica Tourist Board. I hope I could win that trip. I need a trip after this cold weather. Anyway, finally, Jamaica's music community and fans across the island, well, they gathered yesterday to celebrate the life and legacy of legendary drummer Sly Dunbar. As going through the Ministry of Gender, Culture, Entertainment and Sports, they staged a series of tribute events in Kingston. And the program included a public viewing, a commemorative motorcade, and there was an official funeral service to honor one of the most influential drummers in modern reggae history. And Minister Grange described Dunbar as one of the best drummers in the world, one of the best we've ever seen, noting that the tributes provided an opportunity for Jamaicans to reflect on Sly's extraordinary contribution to reggae and certainly to the wider global music industry. So we say, condolences to his family, and we say rest in peace, Sly Dunbar, one of the greatest to have ever done it.
Indeed. You know, Anthony, sometimes we get in trouble when we say these things, but I'm going to say it. It's just like Monty Alexander, to me, in my book, is the best pianist out of Jamaica. Sly Dunbar is the greatest drummer to ever come out of Jamaica. And I make no apologies for that. And I say that because if you look at the body of work, I don't think people understand the body of work that Sly Dunbar has done. Along with his rhythm twin brother, Sly Dunbar and Robbie Shakespeare. I know you said you were done with entertainment, but we're not done yet, Anthony, because this evening, over in New Jersey at the United Methodist Church, located at 287 Park Avenue in Orange, New Jersey, a murder mystery will be be on hand, Anthony. It's a play, a murder mystery at Daddy's Old Joe, Midnight Chateau. You don't want to miss this one. I would love to know who committed that murder, Anthony. And then on it's International Women's Month, so Friends of the Garvey School, they're inviting you to celebrate her story in recognition of trailblazing woman, Friday, March 27th, inside the United Church of Jesus Christ, located at 3956 Bronxwood Avenue in the Bronx. On Sunday, March 29th, Anthony, Woman Honoring Woman. And this is a luncheon, and we guess who will be honored? Our former Consul General, my good friend, the late Mrs. Alcione Roach Wilson, will be honored at the Capitol Grill over there in Paramus, New Jersey. Rest in eternal peace, Alcione. Rest in eternal peace, my friend. The American Foundation for the University of the West Indies, they're getting ready for their 29th annual Legacy Gala. The legacy continues, Anthony, Friday, April 17th, inside what we call 583 Park Avenue in Moneyhern in Manhattan. Please call Miss Anne-Marie Grant at 212-759-8095. Yes, indeed. Also, up in Hartford, Connecticut, Anthony, the West Indian Social Club is celebrating 76 years on Saturday, April 18th. Team Jamaica Bickle, Labor of Love. Their gala is taking place on the 12th of April inside Crest Hollow Country Club. For more information, please call Erwin Clare and the team at 646-498-9816. St. Andrew Technical High School alumni is celebrating 65 years with 1 week of activities in Jamaica. And this morning, you heard from the Rossi's Brothers and Sisters Foundation. They're getting ready for their fish fry. Anthony, do you understand that one of Rossi's campus is still locked down after Hurricane Melissa? Yes, I just found that out this morning. And that's the campus that houses from first form to third form. They're still not reopened over there yet. Dream for Jamaica, Anthony. They're cordially inviting you to their 4th annual gala. And this one takes place in June, so we will be talking a lot more about it, Anthony Turner. Until later on today, Anthony, we'll talk soon, huh?
All right, you take care, man. One love.
Mic check is up next, ladies and gentlemen. Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. They're going to lead us in this Saturday morning. Stand by, Dr. Leo Gillens.
Wake up, everybody, no more sleeping in bed. No more backward thinking, time for thinking ahead. The world has changed so very much from what it used to be. There's so much hatred, war and poverty. Wake up, all the teachers, time to teach a new way. Maybe then they'll listen to what you have to say. They're the ones who's coming up, and the world is in their hands. When you teach the children, teach them the very best you can.
That's right.
The world won't get no better.
It just won't, you know.
If we just let it be. Na, 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 na. The world won't get no better. We gotta change it now, just you and me.
It is going to take you and I to make that change.
Wake up, all the doctors, make the old people well.
We got one coming up.
They're the ones who suffer and who catch all the hair.
That's right.
But they don't have so very long before their judgment day. So won't you make them happy before they pass away?
Indeed.
Wake up, all the builders, time to build a new land.
That's right.
I know we could do it if we all lend a hand. The only thing we have to do is put it in our minds. Surely things will work out. They do it every time. The world won't get no better
if we just let it be.
If we just let it be. The world won't get no better.
We gotta change it.
Just you and me.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, like I say every Saturday morning, that this world will not get any better if we just let it be. Jamaica will not get any better if we just let it be. It is going to take you and I to be that change. I need a little help, y'all. So just give me a helping hand. It is time for Mic Check, our featured segment. The wake-up call is on and running, ladies and gentlemen. Sparking global changes. As we say, March, we're celebrating International Women's Month. And yes, indeed, this Saturday morning, we are going to the Gillens paper. Why am I going to the Gillens paper? Well, this headline caught my attention. From Susan B. Anthony in Seneca Falls to 1944, Jamaica. The journey of women. From exclusion to equity, the growth, the strength, the independence of women in our global society. This one I took directly from the Gillens paper. And joining me this morning is no other than the author himself, Dr. Leo Gillens, have now joined us. Good morning, Doc. How are you?
I sound like I'm going on stage to make a performance.
No, you see, you just stepped into the classroom. So now that you have stepped into the classroom, Doc, how are you doing this Saturday morning, my friend?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing great. It's cold over here in Canada, but I'm doing great. I'm indoors.
You know, you see, you gone all the way up to Canada where it's cold. You leave beautiful weather. I'm not even going to say where you left that weather. And you gone up to this cold place. I don't get you. Well, I am happy.
It's where the love is.
Yeah.
You go where the love is, right?
Indeed. I am happy that you're able to join us this morning. You know, Dr. Leo Gillens, I've always done this, because my late friend, Ambassador and Professor Curtis Ward, he had the Ward Post, and Curtis Ward would put up some very interesting thing on the Ward Post. And I will take them, and I will bring Ambassador here to discuss these things. And I see you doing something similar. And, as we venture into International Women's Month, we want to talk about the growth of women in Jamaica, and once if we understand, not just only in Jamaica, women were excluded from a lot of things, and this headline caught my attention. From Susan B. Anthony in Seneca Falls, 1944, Jamaica. How did you get here, Leo Gillens? How did you get to this?
I've been writing for a long time, It's just one of those things where people starting to notice because of the shift in the type of writing that I'm doing. And so I'm into mostly social justice, criminology, education, that kind of stuff. That's where I land my thing. And so the Gillens paper is just, the Gillens papers is just one of those things that helped me to deliver to the general public the thoughts that I have over time.
As we look at how women were excluded back then, and to a point where women had to fight real hard to be included in many things, and even when it comes to wages and even when it comes to certain job, women were excluded. We're going to talk about the growth of women in our global society. We're going to talk about the strength and the independence of women. But take us back to Susan B. Anthony in Seneca Falls. Let's go there.
So before I get to Susan B., I think one of the things that we need to remember is that in Jamaica itself, the first set of schools that were built in Jamaica were built for boys. And so there weren't any plans for women in Jamaica back in 1800s, 1700s, right? And then women start, the Immaculates and the St. Hughes starting to build up and so forth. Right now, if you look back in 1960, 1970, 70s, there were more boys in the tertiary level education than girls, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's flipped, and it's 80%, 70 to 80% women, female, and 20% men, right? So it's completely flipped from no representation. So this is growth. It's growth that flips not just 80%, but 140%. If you look at it if you're coming from nothing at all to So you don't have to go very far to see the growth of women, the Amy Baileys, Mr. Marston, the Simpson Millers, Nanny. It's coming from far. The growth of Jamaican women is phenomenal over time, and we have to first look at that in our, because we can relate to that more than we can relate to a Susan B. Anthony, right? But so the Susan B. Anthony made it official, right? When they started their movement back in 1848, right, to 1920. It took almost 100 years to get women to be able to vote. And that we're talking about white women, right?
Wow.
White women, all right? Because women in 1920 did not include black women.
Right.
In America. It's 1965 before black women became eligible to vote.
Wow.
Same thing with South Africa. They didn't get black women didn't get to vote until 1993, right? Wow. And right. So these and in Jamaica, women could vote from 1919, but they had to own land and pay taxes, and they have to be a certain age, right? This 1944 adult suffrage that gave women the right to vote, and we did it even before a lot of other countries, because we're doing it from before independence, our independence. We're doing it in colonial days, and so for it's been a lot of growth of women, and what we're still seeing a lot of men at the top, but right below the men. You're seeing a lot of women that are just flourishing and just taking the space of men immediately after they leave. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So growth of women has been phenomenal, and we are not looking at the big picture. We're just looking at what we're seeing.
All right.
But I'm telling you, it is amazing.
Now, and you said a lot there. And interestingly, Dr. Leo Gillens, let me say this. You talk about the schools in Jamaica, how they were built and who they were built for. A lot of people listening to us right now would be saying, is he crazy? No, he's not crazy, folks. Because I'm going to tell you this. It's a similar situation here in the United States. If you do the history on a lot of these schools, when they were first founded, they were founded to educate white men and white men only. It is absolutely clear that was what it was. So when we talk about equity and inclusion, when we talk about all of these things, and you take a look at this administration, and you saw how they went after what? DEI? You saw how they went to take it down, because it actually... It includes and it brought in women into certain areas that the women weren't allowed to be in. If you go back and look at the United States Constitution on how it was written for white men only with money.
Indeed.
With money.
That's the we in that Constitution.
Yes. Now, if you also go back to Jamaica, and you look at the Morant Bay Rebellion, and you look at what Paul Bogle was fighting for. You talk about women who could vote in Jamaica in the early 1900s, and they had to own land, right? Paul Bogle, the Morant Bay Rebellion, part of it was Paul Bogle fighting for black folks in Jamaica to own land. And you might say,
black folks.
Yeah. And you might say, but Jamaica is a black country. No. It is said that when Christopher Columbus came to Jamaica, he came and he saw Indians, right? So how is it we're going to say Jamaica is a black country? Because it seems as if there were others there before us, right? So basically, you look at the struggles and you look at the journey of women. I remember at one point there were no women principals in Jamaica, no women doctors in Jamaica, and stuff like that. And you say, wow, how is this? So as we celebrate International Women's Month, and you also said something profound there, and this is a conversation I've had all the time with my good friends from the University of the West Indies, and talk about the makeup of the school, and you see where boys are behind girls now,
way behind
in terms of higher education. So we're saluting women, but we're also saying to our boys, listen.
Where are you?
Where are you? And please stay the course.
It's interesting you said that because at age 4 and 5 and 6 and 12 and 13, in schools, boys in Jamaica was equal to girls. The ratio was 50-50. But once they get to grade 8 and 9, you start seeing the separation. By the time you get to grade 11, there are far less boys than girls in high school. And worse, when you get to college, it just completely is gone. And so what is happening these days, you're seeing a lot of teachers, female headmasters and principals, who are trying to find ways to re-engage boys because they don't have male figures in their homes. They have things that takes them away from the home. So there goes the degeneration. You know what I mean? But the good thing that women starting to take the bull by the horn and say, listen, you don't want it, I want it. You know what I mean? And it's interesting to see. Very, very interesting to see.
No, we're gonna visit the Susan B. Anthony, Seneca Falls, 1944 to 1944. But I also want to mention this real quick, that I did a presentation here about who was Sabina Park. And a lot of people never know that Sabina Park was a woman, and that's for another that's for another story. Let's talk about Susan B. Anthony, Dr. Leo Gillins, huh?
Listen, man, Susan B. Anthony, their movement was not an easy movement. It started way back. Remember now that women were not allowed to vote. Women were only able to be prepared for marriage. They were prepared just to be in the house, take care of the children. When the husband come home with the grocery, make sure that food is on the table. And they did not have any value for outside of the home. Right? It's not like when a meeting is held, the door is closed and men inside of a room and the woman is outside, gone to garden and so forth. That's where women are coming from. And women do not take this for granted. Okay? Do not take this for granted. I'm serious. It doesn't take very long for an executive order to go into place and everything change, right?
Right.
And so when they started looking for leadership, they could not find it. And if you watch a lot of these documentaries and cowboy shows, you'll see that women were beaten like children. Right? And nobody could intervene. The law, there was no law to protect women from a husband who was beating on them. And so when the Susan B. Anthony's, it's not just her, there are a lot of other women and men who were fighting for the cause for over 80 years. And they got the first break in 1920, but it was break for white women. And it's the same thing in 2018 in South Africa. Only white women were given the chance to vote in 1918. In UK, women only in 1928 that women in the UK were able to vote if they are less than 30.
Wow.
And so these are This is not long ago. This is like 100 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And so women have advanced in major ways over 80 years.
Yeah.
And they are leading in almost every facet of this life. If you think about it, think about Jamaica again.
Mm-hmm.
More than 30% of women are in the House of Representatives and in the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Since 1993, Rwanda. Think about Rwanda. Rwanda, the women in parliament now is 60%, the highest in the rest of the world. Right? In Rwanda.
Yeah.
All right? So where Susan B. Anthony is the key figure in the history of America and the world, because she brought the visibility that women needed to have to start their own journey in becoming equal.
Ladies and gentlemen, program note, you are listening to Groovin Radio. We are live on Irie Jam Radio, Hot 97.1 FM HD3. We're in our featured segment, Mic Check, Sparking Global Changes. We're celebrating International Women's Month, and we're giving the kudos to our woman. One in particular this morning is Susan B. Anthony in Seneca Falls, Jamaica, to 1944 Jamaica. That is the journey of women, the growth from exclusion, and yes, they're fully, almost, I would say fully included right now, because right here in the United States, we have, like, let's say for New York, the state of New York have a black woman, Tish James, who is our Attorney General. You saw yesterday at the Reverend Jesse Jackson's funeral, the first black female vice president in the United States, Kamala Harris. She has Jamaican roots. And there's so many black women who have made grounds in these United States and also in Jamaica. So you're listening to the voice of the author of this one. His name is Dr. Leo Gillens, ladies and gentlemen. No stranger to the media world, no stranger to radio at all, ladies and gentlemen. That is why, Leo, I have a situation that I'm baffling with. And it is the way we celebrate even Black History Month. And I say this, when it comes to public education, it should be front and center at everything that we do, because the history of our black woman, and if we go back to Jamaica and says, let's talk about Nanny of the Maroons, and the work of Nanny. And you fast forward to the United States and you go to the Underground Railroad, and you say to yourself that, these great women, it's not too often we hear about them. And I'm going to fast forward to the Civil Rights Movement. And we hear about Rosa Parks. But we don't hear about the first young girl. 15 years old she was. And she sat on that bus and she refused to give up her seat. Claudette Cloven. Cloven. Before Rosa Parks. So I kind of have an issue with even us, the way we celebrate Black history. So that's why in a month like this, we have to celebrate our women, their growth and their struggles. Huh, Leo?
Well, just quickly, you mentioned the Underground and Rosa Parks. In Canada, there's a lady by the name of Viola Desmond.
Yeah.
In 1946, she paid for her ticket to go sit into a theater. The price of the ticket was 30 cents for black people and 40 cents for whites, right? And she paid the 30 cents and went to sit down into the white seat, and them tell her to get up and go sit down at the back. And she said, I get up. I'm not getting up. And there wasn't any law that's preventing her from sitting there. So because they didn't have a law, they created something where she was penalized and convicted for a penny. The difference in the taxes between 30 and 40 cents, the difference between it was a penny. And so she was convicted for 1 penny. And that she is one of those underground type railroad woman who created waves across Canada. And so, and now she stands as a on the pinnacle of black movement in Canada.
Wow.
And so, yeah, women have, the Rosa Parks. Those women put forth themselves. Jamaica has two women, Una Marson and Amy Bailey, who put themselves forward as teachers, as educators, writers, journalists, social movement, social justice movement movers, and they put themselves forward and created space for our women who are doing very well in Jamaica today.
We're also in a season of track and field. And when we talk about great women, I'm going to mention one woman from Jamaica. One. Yes. And I'm going to go back to 1948. And when she left us, when she departed this world as Dr. Cynthia Thompson. And she was the first Jamaican woman, to qualify for the 100 and 200 meter finals in the 1948 Olympic Games. And when we talk about track and field today, we don't talk about Dr. Cynthia Thompson. And it bleeds my heart because on her shoulder is where folks like Shelley and Fraser Price, even my dear cousin Merlene Otti, they all stand on the shoulder of Cynthia Thompson, Elaine Thompson, Sharika Jackson, and the list goes on. So as we celebrate Women's History Month, Leo, we're going to celebrate those women and we're going to pay kudos to them because they paved the journey. They paved the way for all these other women to be here and standing in greatness. In Jamaica, we had a female prime minister, Portia Simpson Miller. Huh? Yes. In Barbados, we have the Honorable Mia Amour Motley. We have some great women who have
challenged the world,
who have passed the water, paved the way. So we're gonna celebrate this today. And when we come back on the flip side, of the 11 o'clock hour, we're gonna continue this conversation, Leo Gillens, because we must ensure that our women are given their right place in history. We must ensure that takes place, Leo Gillens. So stay where you are, my friend. Stay where you are. We're gonna take a musical break and then we're gonna pass the baton on to Erwin Clare, who's gonna be coming up on the flip side on Irie Jam Radio as they continue. Groovin Radio will continue, ladies and gentlemen, on 92.5 FM, 98.9 FM, Reggae King Radio, Island Flavor Radio, the Tony Culture Time app, and also the WB Radio app. My special guest this morning is Mr. Leo Gillens, as we take a musical break and forward on the flip side of the 11 o'clock hour. Stay where you are, Mr. Gillens. Stay where you are.
Wake up, everybody, no more sleeping in bed. No more back thinking, time for thinking ahead. The world has changed so very much from what it used to be. There's so much hatred, war and poverty. Wake up, all the teachers, time to teach a new way. Maybe then they'll...
As I said before, ladies and gentlemen, it is the wake-up call, and we're waking up the tri-state area. We're waking up the world. And joining me right now at this moment is Mr. Erwin Clare, who's coming up next on Irie Jam Radio with the fact of the matter. Erwin, good morning.
Good morning, Clem. I'm accepting the baton from you. Is this like second leg?
No.
That's the longest leg, you know.
No, man.
Like, which leg?
You're running the third leg. Jesus, round the
band?
Yes,
oh, God,
yes.
Anyway, good morning to your listeners and good morning to Dr. Leo Gillens, doing quite well.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, Clem, coming up next, of course, I follow back of you. We're going to be talking on our program. We continue the whole Cuban situation, the Cuban conundrum.
Yeah.
50 years just gone, so.
Just like that.
We can't just let it ride like that. So we're going to be continuing that conversation, especially coming off the significant speech that our Prime Minister made at CARICOM last week. I am now wondering, it has left me baffled somewhat, especially with that decision that we heard this past week. So we're going to be continuing that dialogue, and of course, looking forward to hearing you again next week. Yeah. Have a blessed week, my friend.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Erwin Clare. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be passing on the baton to Mr. Erwin Clare on the Ira Jam platform. And Erwin, I say this, 50 years should not go by so easily. This is Groovin Radio.
The world won't get no better if we just let it be. The world won't get no better. We gotta change it, yeah. Just you and me. Change it, yeah, just you and me. Change it, yeah, change it. Can't do it alone, Need some help, y'all. Can't do it alone, yeah. Wake up, everybody. Wake up, everybody.
Indeed.
Need a little help, y'all.
That's right.
Need a little help. Say it, boy. Need some help, y'all. Change the world, what it used to be. Can't do it alone. Need some help,
I need some help.
Wake up, everybody.
Hey.
Get up.
That's right.
Wake up. Come on. Wake up, everybody.
And ladies and gentlemen, you better wake up, pay attention to what's going on around the world, because the situation that is taking place in the Middle East, the United States of America followed Israel into going into Iran. And now you're seeing where the Russians have now gotten involved. And the question is being asked this morning, is China going to join in? And what if China does? What side China is going to be on? And think about this. If other NATO countries decides that they're going to join in, could we be looking at what they call World War III? We just don't know. So I want you to pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. And there's another story that is brewing in Jamaica as we speak, brewing in the Caribbean, because the President of the United States clearly stated on Thursday, and he reiterated it yesterday, that after Iran, he is going down to Cuba. And then you just saw our Prime Minister, Honorable Andrew Holness, made a statement recently at CARICOM, when they met in St. Kitts. But then you saw what happened on Thursday. Our Foreign Minister, Minister Kamina Johnson-Smith, she announced that Jamaica has now cut ties after 50 years with the doctors and the nurses coming from Cuba to help Jamaica. This morning, or yesterday, Cuba is saying that Jamaica was pressured to walking away from a 50-plus year agreement. What is the truth here, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Groovin Radio Experience, ladies and gentlemen. We are in our featured segment. It is called Mic Check, and my special guest this morning is no other than Dr. Leo Gillens. The conversation this morning, we're celebrating women. It's Women's History Month. We're celebrating Susan B. Anthony. We're celebrating other black women, but the focus this morning, the story that caught my eye from the Gillens paper, It's from Susan B. Anthony in Seneca Falls to 1944 Jamaica. From the exclusion to the inclusion, the growth, the strength, and the independence of our woman in global society. Taken from the Gillens paper. Dr. Leo Gillens, welcome back, my friend.
Hey, thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. You made some really serious. You made the, what do they call it now? The unforbidden word, World War what?
World War III. Because, boy, you know, I am looking at this, and I don't want to spend any time really on this morning, but it is kind of troubling because if you look at how the world is changing, and the world has changed. And just think about my theme song. The world has changed so very much from what it used to be. There's so much war, hatred, and poverty. And if you look at it today, Leo Gillens, that song was done way back when by Harry Melvin on the Blue Notes.
1975.
And we're still talking about poverty. Yeah?
Yes.
Serious times, huh?
Yes.
Serious times.
I mean, you spoke of Susan B. Anthony. I remember I read a little bit about her back a few years ago, and one of the things that she did, we talk about voting rights here in the United States, and one of the things that she did as a female when they didn't have the right to vote, she went in New York and voted, and when she voted, she was arrested. And she was fined, and she did not pay the fine because she wanted to show up the system, that the system is flawed. It's pretty much the same thing that Rosa Parks did, the same thing that the lady in Canada did. You know, it's pretty much that fight. These, you're looking at people, women who have been fighting for women today, and if you take that thing for granted, for all the work that has been done, Nanny and Rosa Parks, and you can't lose it. You have to keep going as females and create the path that the world needs.
You know, Leo. Back then, you had queens. You had queens who led the world, led countries, and for some reason, I think since the men took over, it's as if everything changed. Women kind of lead in a different way, right?
Yes, transformational. Yes.
And
generally speaking, they're transformational leaders.
Right.
Men want to show their power most times, and so they take a different stand. You know. It's like my way or the highway. They're accustomed to being the male figure, the bully in the pen, and so forth. And
No. Is it because of the testosterone in men why they tend to? and Leo, I'm not a medical doctor, but I had to say that because for some reason, and we have some male leaders around the world. Sometimes you have to wonder if they're really, really off their rockers, because some of the stuff that they do and some of the stuff that they partake in, it's really, sometimes we will view it as unethical and stuff like that. Now, as we focus on our conversation, women are real strong beings, because if you look at the strength of women, and you said something earlier on, about women and the household and stuff like that. Now, think about this. In America, there was a time when America would help a family, but they will only help the family if the male figure is not in the house. So the woman became the head of the household. Talk about the growth there and the strength there, because if they weren't strong women, do you think that really and truly some of us would have been left by the wayside? Eh?
Well, if you think about it, there are still women across the world who don't want to take the head role in the family or the head role in the business. They want to strengthen their men. They see themselves as the buttress. They see themselves as the rock behind the men,
right?
And they empower the men to be strong and so forth. So right across the world, it's still happening. It's happening in Jamaica. There are organizations in Jamaica where there are always men on top, but right next to them and below them, there are women who are holding them up, and they wouldn't be able to be as strong. The men would not be able to be as strong as if they were there, because another man now going to come and strengthen another man. Just think about it for a minute, right? But the women would fight for their men to make sure that they are, and it's the same thing. When you're in a family, women and the men leave. The women are forced to be both mommy and daddy. My father was not in my house more than about 3-4 times a year for a couple of weeks at a time, right? My mom is my role model, right? My mom started her own little business in the 60s, and she made a big deal out of it. When by the time the census come, she was in a 6-bedroom, 6-bathroom home in Aracobesa. And so I don't give that to my father at all. I know for sure that it was me that was going out with my mother every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to sell clothes in a right? Until she buy a car and we start going out in a car. Women, my role model, the reason I know that women are strong beings is because of my mother. I know that.
Yeah. You know, I kind of had a little different situation. My father died when I was very young. I wasn't even 8 years old when my father died. And my mother became the head of the household, and it was 4 of us. And me being the youngest, I think I got some things from my mother that have stuck with me up until this day. And one of that is that I would see my mother cry, and I would cry, not knowing what she was crying for. And but within my household, within my family structure, my mother had one brother. He became like a father figure to us, and I grew up being involved in sports, whether it was track and field and soccer and stuff like that we call football. Now, my coaches and my last high school principal at St. Andrew Technical High School, S.W. Isaac Henry, folks like that, my minor league coach at Real Mona, whether it was Peter Moses or Dilbert Dalmage, and, they became our role model. And I'll tell you this: the guidance that we got from those folks, it molds me into the individual that I'm in today, that I am today. And yes, I will show sign of, when I break down, but we're human beings, huh?
It's funny you're saying that. Our experiences have been so different, because as I look back into my past, I can't think of a male figure in school, in sports, right? That was that moved my needle. It's all been females. It's all from grade. I can tell you all the female teachers that taught me from grade 1 all the way up to 11th, and there's not one man that had a positive impact on me.
That's profound. That's profound.
Tyers, Miss Waite, Miss Hilton, Miss Gabe, Miss Parker, that's up to grade 6, grade 7, Miss Bowen, Miss Waite again, Miss Riddell, I mean, Miss McKnight, it's all females all the way up. The woman who gave me my break to go to teachers college when me thinks everything done.
No.
Was Miss Waite.
No, let me ask you a question, because I heard you mention earlier on Aracobesa St. Mary, huh? You used to carry mango and them thing they go to school for the teacher, them, right? and you friend them up.
Brethren, we used to, as far as far as mango is concerned, we used to have pails that we went to the mango bush with, and then we come back with the pail of mango and sit down and eat.
I know you had something to catch those teachers, you know. I knew you had something to catch those teachers.
They love mangoes.
Yeah, man. But again, you know, and let's, if you look at some of these women in Jamaica, and you know, right now, currently, we have our foreign minister, who is a female, the Honorable Kamina Johnson-Smith. We have folks like Bob Zigrange, Minister of Sports, Youth, Culture and Gender. You know, we just had an ambassador who went home to be senator, and she's now a member of parliament in, I think, Manchester, Audrey Marks. And we have had women in some key role in yes, and they must be celebrated.
Minister of Education,
Dr. Dana Morris Dixon, but one of the things you said earlier on, and I think we have to break that mold. Yeah, we always say next to every great man, there's a great woman. But let me say this to my brothers, and we should be able to tell our brothers that we love them. We should be able to tell our sons that we love them. And I think for some reason, we are scared, because if you see a brother where you grew up with all of your life, and you say, boy, I'm going to tell you this in a brethren, I really love the eye, because you see, without you, certain things would not have happened for me. It's your strength. I pull strength from you. I think we're in this world where we think it means something else. No. We have to be able to show love. Hug your brother. Hug your son. Because we don't get those things, Leo. And then we kind of grow up as men. And we become this wild man, as the woman them would say. You know?
Well, it's yes. It's colonialistic, you know.
Yeah.
It's coming from the kind of infrastructure that was built just for men. We talked about just for boys, schools just for boys. It's the same thing. You know, and they want to retain that. But I'll tell you this: Susan B. Anthony and K.D. Stanley, I think I remember her name, who was leading with Susan B., was also helped by Frederick Douglass. You understand? So, you know, So Susan B. Anthony was supported big time by Frederick Douglass, and so that you know, the reverse is also true. But there are more women who are supporting men because the whole infrastructure was built like that, and our boys accept it and adopt it, and that's why it's pretty much why some of the reasons why we have men, you know, trying to abuse women. It is because the structure allowed, but encouraged that kind of behavior, which is wrong. You understand? And so when we can't find in school, because boys can't find things that are of masculine nature, they leave at grade 9 and go try hustle, and they have other things that's competing. And so, you know, but the truth, the opposite is also true.
Dr. Leo Gillens, as we celebrate this Women's History Month, what should we, in your estimation, how should we really celebrate it?
I think we're doing a wonderful job, but you know, the celebration should not be one day or 1 month. And I think women are doing a really good job of doing the celebration themselves. I think if you think of all the women who have made it into, you know, Mrs. Clinton, who made it all the way up there, you know, Kamala Harris, they're setting the pace. They're setting the pace for Miss Jackson in the Supreme Court. You know, they're setting the pace, especially for our black women. It's important. They're doing a wonderful job, and the best thing that they can do is what they're doing in colleges and universities, advancing themselves and making the push for betterment, for better salaries, better position, and so that they can position themselves. They're doing a wonderful job. I can't say that they haven't. They're not. There's a lot more work to do in terms of the general population is dependent on this infrastructure that was built for men. So there's a lot more to be done. But right now, I think that they're doing a wonderful thing in celebrating themselves and elevating themselves.
You know, you mentioned the Supreme Court, and you mentioned Judge Jackson, Ketanji Brown Jackson, one of the most intelligent Supreme Court justice we have. And then I could go and talk about from the South Bronx right here in New York, Sona Sotomayor, you know, two powerful women that sits on, that sits
the city of New York. What's our lady name that Donald Trump tried to
you're talking about Letitia James.
Letitia James. I believe she's one of the smartest women in the world, one of the smartest persons in the world.
Yeah.
I really think, you know, I really think that. I really love her.
You know, and I say this because, and then we have young stalwarts. We have young stalwarts like the young lady from out of Jasmine Crockett from out of Texas.
Oh God! Oh my God!
And you know, you look at these, you look at these women, and you look at their brilliance, and you know, it's funny how you mention, and if I should look at three women, Ketanji Brown Jackson, Letitia James, and Jasmine Crockett, and listen to the way they present themselves. And listen, and listen to when they have you on the other side of the table, and this is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say, and that's why I think some men get scared, because I would not want to walk in a courtroom as an attorney and have on the opposing side
none of those three.
None of those three. No, listen, I am telling you, I would not. If I am in the legal field and I walk into a courtroom with my client and I see Tish James on the other side, I would turn to my client and say, brethren or sister, I know I'm not doing it because you see that lady there? No. And also, one second. And also, you look at the former VP. And you look at Kamala Harris and Kamala Harris. You look at Kamala Harris and you look at her intelligence and you say, wow, if you realize this, you know, Kamala Harris, as a person who ran for president, there was no other presidential candidate that ran for president that had the resume as Kamala Harris.
Yeah,
Not one.
She came from the bottom up. Indeed.
When you look at her resume, she was indeed a candidate who some will say was way overqualified. Yeah.
And
I'm telling you. So as we wrap up this morning, Dr. Leo Gillens, what should be the takeaway from this?
I think we went to America and we didn't do a good job of the female in Jamaica. But what's the name of our AG in Jamaica?
Our AG in Jamaica, she was Marlene Malahou Ford. She's no longer the AG.
No.
You're talking about, we have the DPP.
The Auditor General. I'm so sorry about that. It's the Auditor General.
Auditor General. Who's the Auditor General? I know we had the DPP, which was Paula Llewellyn. We have the new DPP is Mrs. Thompson. I think her name is Claudette Thompson.
The Auditor General.
Yeah, I'm forgetting the Auditor General's name.
Yeah.
It will come back. I know we're getting up. I know we're getting up there in age.
I don't want to overlook the work that she's been doing. Right? If you follow her work for the past 3-4 years, where she's going into these agencies and these departments and doing just such a phenomenal job in bringing out the things that we as Jamaicans feel and think. but then she create the knowledge for us to understand all of the corruptive things that are going on so that we have a chance to look at and make a decision, right? And if you look at the Melissa, incidentally, one of the most dangerous hurricane that passed through Jamaica's name is a female name, right?
A bad girl, Melissa.
It's another nanny, but she's been doing a wonderful job. Is going through each of the departments, each of the ministries, all of these different agencies to make sure that we, the public, know what is going on. If the results are good, she's going to let you know. If the results are bad, she's letting you know. So give you the opportunity to make a decision about what you do and how you conduct your business with the government of Jamaica. That's very, very important to me.
It's funny you mentioned that, because on the other side of one of these watchdog group is also a very powerful woman in Jamaica, Professor Dr. Rosalie Hamilton. And you kind of look at the work that these people are doing. And that is why I'm saying, there's so many women that we need to celebrate. And we should celebrate and we should highlight. And that's why we need public education on all of these subject matter. Your parting words, Dr. Leo Gillens, as we close this morning.
I am happy that to be able to look into our history and see people like Nanny and Portia Simpson and Rosa Parks. I'm very happy to be living today, knowing those people were alive. Give us the opportunity, not just women, but give men the chance to know that, listen, you can stand up for something, and even if you don't benefit, the people behind you will.
There's one woman in media, and may her soul rest in peace, that I had, and I still have much love for Barbara Gluden. And
oh wow,
yes. The way Dr. Barbara Gluden will present her programs, I'm not gonna sit here and say, I haven't learned a lot from Barbara Gluden, because boy, she was one of those presenters on radio that, boy, anytime you hear Miss Gluden voice, you had to sit next to your radio and listen to the end. So again, great woman, and we should celebrate.
She was a powerful. Her name is Pamela Monroe Ellis. That's the Auditor General of Jamaica.
Okay. I'll tell you soon, come back. Yeah, man.
Thank you so much for this opportunity, my friend. It's really a great privilege.
Indeed. And I thank you. And what I want to say to you, Leo, is continue writing, because you continue writing, and God given strength and love, I will continue presenting. And a lot of your writing that people don't see, because sometimes they say, if you want to keep something away from us, put it in black and white. So while you're putting it in black and white, I am doing the audio piece of it, so people can also, those who don't read, will listen and hear what you are writing about. Dr. Leo Gillens. Tell them where to find the Gillens paper, no?
Oh my God, it's leogilling@gmail.com. That's it. But it's on Substack. I'm on Substack. I write every day. I put a piece out there.
Indeed.
And if you see it, please just go ahead and share it. Thank you so much.
I'm happy to share. I'm happy to share with you this morning, Dr. Leo Gillens, my friend. You take care, and we'll talk soon. One love, my brother. One love. One love. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the author himself, Dr. Leo Gillens. I hope you full joy that mic check presentation. Maxi D. Yeah, man. As always, my friend. Pleasant good morning to you and your team down there in the state of Florida. I'm going to take a musical break. Tony Culture, thank you very much, my brother from another mother. David Warren, David Fat Forward Warren. I got some news about Ken Boothe that I'm not even going to talk about. Last week Ken Boothe was once again honored in Jamaica. I just want to make sure that Ken is in good hand. Got a brand new song from Jamil. It's called Provider. And then we take a commercial break. And then we close out with Open Forum Community Talk. Brand new music this morning. Yes, I. Indeed. Desmond Palmer is up next. Richard Edwards, how are you? Hey.
Them a pray for my downfall, but you by my side. Them not go get where them a pray for. I've seen it so many times.
That's right.
That's why me keep me heart pure and full of love inside.
Indeed.
Simplicity is my way of life.
Hey.
Just my strength, my provider. Throughout everything, Jah, you rise me up when I thought it was the end. Yes, I'm a survivor, been through many things. Jah, you rise me up when I thought it was the end. When them a say your game over, it ain't over. Them awesome a fail out and you make so just stronger we get whenever the pain over. Never switch lane after me no Range Rover. The protection never fail me, thanks make it daily. Born for the greatness and you get the praises. Fast, me strong, live your life, it's amazing. With all I'm a faith in. Just my strength, my provider. Throughout everything, Jah, you rise me up when I thought it was the end. Yes, I'm a survivor, been through many things. Jah, you rise me up when I thought it was the end. Surrounded like a mountain, oh Jah. My strength, my provider.
I want to take this time to say good morning, Devo. Uncle Carl B. Moxie, good morning, sir. Disco Kid. Bobby Channel 1. DJ Sean, how are you doing this morning, my brother? Thank you very much.
Been through many things. Jah, you rise me up when I thought it was the end.
And once again, ladies and gentlemen, Groovin Radio is also live on the Tony Culture Time YouTube channel. So I want you to go over there and you can catch Groovin Radio on the Tony Culture Time YouTube channel. 92.5 FM, thank you. 98.9 FM, thank you. Reggae King Radio, thank you so much. Island Flavor Radio, thank you guys so much. GroovinRadioNY.com, the Irie Jam family, big thank you. I'm going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, Desmond Palmer, Caribbean Track Life International, is going to be joining us. Yeah, we're going to talk track and field. Thank you, Jamil. Let me do this and take this quick commercial break.
Wait the town and tell the people.
It's a newly renovated VP record store located at 170-19 Jamaica Avenue. We have a wide array of music for you to choose from: reggae, soca, gospel, and rocksteady. We also stock specialty gift items, arts, books, CDs, and vinyl. And for that trendy individual, check out our rhythm-driven clothing. Visit us today, VP Record Store, 170-19 Jamaica Avenue. Open Monday to Friday, 11 to 7 p.m. and on Saturdays, 10 to 7 p.m. Call us today, 718-297-5802. That's 718-297-5802.
Brand new! Lord, me picnic on all the way to Missouri. I mean, I don't know how him a eat at daytime because him love him banana chips, him love him bun and cheese, and I don't know which part of the world I'm going to find them the same thing there.
Relax, Mary, what you talk about? This handy boy got the corner shop and make him harder what he want.
What you want talk about corner shop? You know, see the boy there all the way in Middle America, back a God back. You think we there Jamaica?
No, darling. Get with the times, man. Modern technology we are talking about. The corner shop online. KingstonCornerShop.com.
What?
Kingston Corner with a K shop.com. And him just order the thing them and then ship it right to him destination. So him can get up a man in time and make him little plantain porridge. For lunch, him can eat some bully beef with little onion cut up in there. And then for dinner, him can boil the great Jamaican cock soup.
So him really want me swarm so much.
So say it with me and set your heart at ease.
The
KingstonCornerShop.com.
The newly renovated dining room at the Door Caribbean Restaurant is something to talk about. Talk about being exquisite, elegant, and truly sophisticated. It's a must-see and something you'll be talking about for a long time. The Door Caribbean Restaurant, because you deserve nothing less.
Looking for a medical doctor? Hey, look no further. Dr. France Jasmine for all your medical needs. Dr. Jasmine specializes in immigration medical examination form I-693, citizenship test exemption form N-648, DOT certified for medical examination for all CDL drivers, including bus and truck drivers, pre-employment examination, school medical examination. Call today, don't delay. Call Dr. Jasmine right away. 718-994-8932. Located 3919 Dyer Avenue off 233rd Street in the Bronx. Dr. France Jasmine, board certified.
Feeling irate. Yes, this is Janine, and you're tuned in to Groovin Radio. Rastafari love.
Thank you so much, Janine. Yeah, she is a graduate of the University of the West Indies. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for Open Forum Community Talk. Open Forum Community Talk, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to focus on track and field this morning. And we have with us, our longtime friend, a brother from another mother from Caribbean Track Life International, Mr. Desmond Palmer has now joined us. Good morning, Desmond. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well.
Well,
thank you. How are you, sir?
I'm not doing bad at all, Desmond. Woke up this morning. I am blessed. I consider that to be blessed. Well, Desmond, I didn't want to start the conversation off this way this morning, but the first news that jumped out on me overnight last night was that Fred Curley was suspended. You saw that news?
Yes, he was suspended for 2 years because of whereabouts. He missed his whatever appointment. But I don't know. And everything from, I think, 2025 has been wiped out, his performance, because he was suspended because of what happened in 2024.
Right. So could this be the end of Fred Curley's track and field career?
Well, it's not the end, because remember, he signed up for the enhanced game.
So he can go over there.
So he can go right over there.
All right, so he's good then. He's good. Let's talk. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Yeah.
So let's talk track and field. The 2026 track and field season is up on us, Desmond Palmer. And what we're seeing is a group of young Jamaicans, both male and females, who are showing some signs of greatness. But here is a concern that I have, Desmond Palmer. The amount of young female athletes that we have that are showing some world-class forms. What team are they going to represent, Desmond? It's a whole bunch of them,
Don't go there, all right?
No, I'm serious. It's a whole lot of them, Desmond.
Well, it's a dogfight to get on the Jamaican team.
Okay, so let's be fair here, Desmond Palmer. Let's say it's an Olympic year. We only have 3 women that is going to enter into the 100, the 200, and the 400. But when you look at how the field is stocking up in a way that reminds me now of going back to 2007, 2008 and coming forward. And it's kind of the same thing with the male athletes. We kind of say the same thing with Seville and, Brian Leville and Blake and, and
all the others coming behind them.
Kashane Thompson, and all the others who are coming behind. It sounds good, ladies and gentlemen. It looks good. But somebody's going to be left off somewhere along the line, huh?
Yeah, it's like the survival of the fittest. But then remember, you have other things that they can, not as prestigious as the Olympics, but you have other games that they can compete in, you know.
Yeah, but again, remember, if all these athletes decide to go to World Games, World Relays, World this, World that, blah, 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 blah. Commonwealth Games, Pan American Games, that fight is a real fight, huh?
Yes, it is.
No, Desmond, know that I have you. A young lady ran, I think she's 16 years old or 17. She ran.
I think she's just 17, maybe. Yeah.
She ran 11:06 in Jamaica yesterday at the Carpet.
Yes, legal win.
Legal win, 11:06. What kind of speed that we're seeing from this young lady?
Yeah, but remember that young lady just recently she came to New York, right? And she ran at in Staten Island, and she did a record there in the 300. And what is good about her? She has a range from 100 straight to 4.
Wow.
And then they had a problem like trying to figure out where she's going to go. And the problem still remains because which is she going to do? Is she going to do the 2-4 doubles, the 1-2, whatever? She had three gold medals from Carista last year. She ran in the 4x4. She ran in the 4x, all of that going on. So
are we now seeing a replica of Sharika Jackson?
Yeah.
1-2-4.
Yes. Yes, definitely.
Now, if you look at all the others, Desmond, how would you stack them up? The Clayton twins are looking good. Brenna Liston is looking good. I understand that Brenna Williams have now gone back to Otto Bolton. We still have Sharika Jackson. We still have a whole lot of... And then you look at our hurdlers.
Yeah, but you have left out the main one, Janelle Smith.
Who
has beaten the Clayton twins twice, and she is on a roll. And don't tell me 60 meters, because when she gets to 60, when she gets to 50, she is closing like a bullet train. That's how she runs, right?
No,
you see what she did with Shakari last year.
No. Here's something that I saw from young Jamil Smith. I saw her sat in the blocks in Jamaica last week.
Right.
Sat in the blocks in a 60 meter. I've never seen this before.
Yeah.
I've never seen someone sitting in the blocks in a 60 meters and catch the entire field.
Because with 60 meters, if you don't get it right, you're out. You have no chance. And she came back and won. And it wasn't like she was running against slouches. No, she was running against Tina Clayton.
Well, so we're looking good.
I can't wait to see the outside, thing.
So how? What is it you expect this year, Desmond Palmer, from the track and field season?
Well, I don't know what to expect. What I would like to see is that the athletes try to get fine-tuned using the Commonwealth Games. Because people call it an off year because there's no Olympics, there's no World Champ. But it's not an off year. It's for them to, like some of these people, to really build their names, tell the world who they are. Go to Commonwealth Games. Try to get the relay teams right.
Because we
have a problem with baton passing. We have to get it right.
I wanted to repeat what you just said, because I have an issue with people talking about it's an off year. I don't think there is an off year in track and field. And let me tell you why. You have a 9 to 5, right? Do you have an off year in your 9 to 5? There's no off year. So I keep saying to people, yes, we may not be in an Olympic year and we may not be in a World Championship year, but there are other meets that are still going on. And if you run the world record, it's going to count. So if it's if you want to say it's an off year, why are there athletes then going after the world record? So okay. Guess what? Let's continue, Desmond Palmer, because I don't want, the young lady name is, I think, Shania Douglas, something like that.
Shania Douglas,
yes,
from Holland High.
Yes, very, very talented young lady, and I expect some great things to happen. Earlier on, I was talking about Dr. Cynthia Thompson as we celebrate celebrate Women's History Month, Desmond Palmer, and I know you wrote a book and you had opportunities to talk to a lot of these legendary Jamaican athletes. Where is the book and where can folks get the book, Desmond? Because I think we need to revisit that, And let me tell you why. I tell you why, because too many of our greats are going on, and people don't know nothing about them. People knows nothing about their stories. And what it is, Desmond, it's like an event that is coming up. I think it's the Friends of the Garvey School is presenting an event called Her Story in recognition of trailblazing women. And I wish one of these Saturday mornings we could sit down and talk about some trailblazing women in track and field. Because who knew that Cynthia Thompson, Dr. Cynthia Thompson, she first qualified for the 100 meters and 200 meters final in the 1948 Olympic Games. The book, Desmond, the name of the book, and where can folks find the book?
It's called Forerunners, celebrating, Jamaica's 4 fastest women from the 40s to the 70s. And it's on Amazon, or you can get it from me if you want,
Yeah.
But it's actually about Cynthia Thompson. She was the oldest, right? I spent a whole day with her at home while she was in her 90s, right? She died at 96. I went to London. I spoke with Marilyn Newville, went to her house. Then there's Rosie Allwood. And who else was there? Rosie Allwood. Oh, Iona Morris. She is still a doctor in California. So all these women, they have either set a world record or reached an Olympic final, but they never won an Olympic medal.
And one of the thing for me, is that I don't measure greatness by medals.
Exactly.
And I don't measure greatness by title. I look at the time in which these women ran. And I remember talking to Cynthia Thompson, and she told me that when she went to the 48 Olympic Games, she had, back then they were taking ships. And she says when she got to the games in London, she was sick like a dog. And
she went on the banana boat.
Yeah, and she actually made it to the finals of the 100 and the 200 meters. As a matter of fact, going into the 200 meter finals, she had the fastest time in the 200 meter. And that was pretty much a world record, because it was the first time.
It was a world record,
women were actually partaking in the 200 meters at the world, at the Olympic level. So hence, you look at the woman that came up after that core 4. You look at all those women who made it big time in track and field. You look at Merlene Ottey, you look at Juliet Cuthbert, you look at Grace Jackson, and you look at the set that came up in 2008, the Shelley and Fraser Price, you look at the Sharika Jackson, you look at Aileen Bailey, you look at Sharon Simpson, you look at all of them, and I can proudly say that they all stands on the shoulder of those core 4 that you write about. I want my autograph copy, but before we even get to the autograph copy of that book, I want to make sure that we highlight these women one by one on this program. So moving forward, we're going to do something in that manner so people can know who these athletes are and their contribution to track and field. And there's also, what's her name, from G.C. Foster, who's still around. She wrote a book too. What's her name? She's been traveling with the Jamaica team for a long time. She went to the Olympics too, I think it's in the 60s. You look at Ruth Simpson. You look at those athletes, and Desmond, not much people talk about them, huh?
No, because I remember when Cynthia Thompson died, she died at 96 years old, and there was an article, a letter in the Gleaner from this lady who said, imagine this woman went to the 1948 and I didn't know about her.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. So once again, Desmond, as we look at this track and field season, I think we're going to see some great things, huh?
Yes, and the indoor is coming up, and of course we have who are going. I think they might send Thompson and Lavelle, or Akeem Blake has a bye, so I expect those 3 to go. But then they're going to be going up against the U.S. big names like Jordan Anthony, who is actually young, who beat Trayvon Bromell and Noah Lyles recently. Last week in Staten Island. So
yeah. I'm happy you mentioned that, because I was going to ask you what happened to your brethren Noah Lyles, because him get beat up last week. Huh?
I was there, and I actually I had a conversation with his fiance Janelle Brumfield. So it was fun. But of course, he talks a lot, and it brings excitement to the sport. I don't know.
Indeed. Desmond Palmer, ladies and gentlemen, from Caribbean Track Life International. Desmond, the name of the book again?
It's called Forerunners. Celebrating Jamaica's 4 fastest female Olympians from the 40s to the 70s.
Indeed. So. Well, Desmond, during this track season, we're going to break it down one by one, week after week after week. All right, my friend?
That.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your time this morning, my friend.
Yes.
One love. Good morning, Kelvin Campbell. Coach Kelvin Campbell, that is. Before we wrap up this morning, I have some news items to share with you. I took this one from CNN. The U.S. economy lost a whopping 92,000 jobs in the month of February. That was unexpected. I spoke about this earlier on. Came from the Jamaica Gleaner, where the Cubans are now saying that Jamaica yield to pressure from the United States in ending that medical program between Jamaica and Cuba that was over 50 years. Russia's president, Vladimir Putin, earlier on this week spoke to 4 leaders and warned the danger of the U.S. and Israel attack on Iran. And by yesterday, you saw where Russia has now gotten involved in the conflict. Ladies and gentlemen, what's going to happen? Now, we spoke about the big, beautiful bill, the big, ugly bill in the past, and you see how it's fueling certain changes in America. Hospitals are closing down. This one is shuttering their door. That clinic is closing. They're not offering certain services anymore. Well, here's a piece of news item that you need to pay attention to. The Trump administration is about to release billions of dollars in disaster aid to several blue states won't be included. The president says those Democratic states, that he has a long feud with, they will not be getting any of this funding. I wonder why, Mr. President. Neil Sedaka. Entertainment news came from The Guardian. The legendary Neil Sedaka, the Grammy winner. Yes, indeed, the man who did the hit song Breaking Up Is Hard to Do. Well, we say condolences. Neil Sedaka died earlier this week at age 86. The United States have now surpassed 1,100 measles cases in 2 months. And more is to be expected. Mumps is also on the rise. So I want you to pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. ABC News reported that Marjorie Taylor Greene, the former congresswoman from Georgia, well, she's speaking up. And she continued to speak, ladies and gentlemen. She says that MAGA is a bunch of sick liars. And she said she voted for America first and no war. And now America is at war, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on with Swissbeat? It is said that Swissbeat, the husband of Alicia Keys, he owes the IRS $5.7 million. And the IRS says they want it. Why did the Trump administration drop their lawsuits against law firms that have ties with Democrats? Well, this week, they dropped all those lawsuits. They also dropped the lawsuit against President Joe Biden for using the auto pen. I think they know exactly what they're doing. Professor Dr. Cornel West, well, he says, and I'm going to quote what he says. He says that we're not just facing a political crisis. We're also facing a spiritual one. That's what Cornel West told CNN's Abby Smith this week, ladies and gentlemen. Transportation news. After nearly 100 years, New York City is finally getting ready to break ground on a massive subway extension project that's been long in the making. New York City congestion pricing has won out in court, ladies and gentlemen. Donald Trump cannot stop it. Legendary college coach Lou Holtz, he died. Yeah, he died this week at age 89. Let me say thanks to Troy Malcolm. He joined us in the first hour in our community engagement segment. Musically, you heard from Miss Cynthia Slush in our musical presentation this morning, brought to you by no other than KingstonCornerShop.com. Got a brand new song in the first hour, and you got that from Popcorn and Coffee, Faith Over Fear. You also heard from Miss Joy Kelly. She presented the news courtesy of the Jamaica Information Services. You heard that this morning from Joy Kelly. Ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Turner joined us with Entertainment Report. Dr. Leo Gillins, you heard from Dr. Leo Gillins this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, on mic check, as we took a look at Suzanne B. Anthony and the growth of woman, as we celebrate Women's History Month, ladies and gentlemen. Now also, ladies and gentlemen, this Saturday morning, you just heard from Mr. Desmond Palmer. My name is Ras Clem, and this is Groovin Radio. As I get ready for my closing remarks, I just want to say thank you so much for making Groovin Radio a part of your weekend's presentation. But earlier on, I said that I have a serious decision to make of where do we go from here. It is very hard, week in and week out, to do these presentations, and I have a serious decision to make that I'm going to tell you about real soon. Thanks for your support, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go to my closing remarks and find Miss Lisa Marie as she talk about this morning, peace over popularity.
You know, I was writing a poem, and God himself gave me this line. It said, you can't chase peace and popularity at the same time. One requires you to stand still while the other will have you in circles, dizzy off of opinions and drunk off of approval. And I remember after it was written, I toe tapped so hard, it felt like a spiritual affirmation hitting my soul, because sometimes the truth lands with so much weight that you begin to recognize where the supplication of wisdom and experience comes from. And see, it doesn't come from people who are constantly agreeing with you. It doesn't come from the loudest oohs and ahs from people that change their mind depending on the day. Wisdom usually grows in the places when you sit with yourself and with God long enough to understand what truly brings peace to your spirit. Because peace asks something of you every time. Peace requires stillness. It requires you not answering every opinion, not explaining every decision, not you adjusting your life to make sure that people around you are satisfied with how you show up. Peace teaches you how to be rooted in what is right for your spirit, even if everyone around you goes silent, my baby. Popularity, though, you know, it have you spinning. It keeps you checking the room, measuring your worth by reactions, and trying to maintain your approval from people whose expectations shift with new conversation. And if you are not careful, you can spend so much time managing other people's opinions that your spirit never gets to rest. Because the older that you get, the more you live, the more you understand that peace is not found in the acceptance by everybody. Peace is found in the places where you have found your spirit. And your spirit no longer feels the need to do anything out of approval. Once you truly experience that kind of peace, my baby, you stop chasing popularity, because you realize that a quiet mind and a settled spirit are worth far more than a room full of people who are clapping for the version of you that never got the chance to rest. Baby, you can spend your life performing just to stay relevant, or you can sit in peace and simply be who God created you to be.
Indeed. Thank you.
And that's love.
Thank you, Lisa Marie. Have a blessed day, my friend. I will leave you with John Lennon this morning, right here on Groovin Radio. What's going on in Cuba? There's a blackout. Half the country has no power. Power 106 and Hits 92 is out.
Imagine there's no heaven. See if you try. Sky. Imagine all the people.
Can you?
Living for today.
imagine there's no country. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too.
And no religion too.
Can you imagine that?
Imagine all the people
living
life in peace.
You may think that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one, you know.
But I'm not the only one.
I hope someday you will join us.
I hope someday you'll join us.
And this world could live as one.
And the world will be one.
Before I go, let me ask a question. What is going on with Calabar and Kingston College in Jamaica? What is going on over there at Harvard? Because now Larry Summers has now resigned. He's resigning from Harvard, and he's giving up his professorship based on his connection with the Jeffrey Epstein file. John Lennon will take us home this Saturday morning. Join me in church tomorrow, the Abyssinian Baptist Church. That is peace, love, and blessed. Keep praying for me, ladies and gentlemen. Maxie D, good morning. Jackie H.M., good morning. James Ains, Saffron, good morning. Heather, good morning. Gerald Bell, Desio, and the team, good morning.
Sees if you try. No hell below us. Above us, only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no country. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. And no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say, oh my gosh, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
Cause everything consider if I'm to accept your offer. I don't want to make a wrong decision. Oh, I'm afraid you've got to understand. I think we should go think it over. Do we really want each other like we think we do? It will be better if we just keep it like it is. If we just keep it like it Maybe we just keep it like it is. Keep it like it is. I know you do. I like you too. But baby, we just keep it like it is. Baby, it's just not our time, our time. My heart says yes, my head says no. So baby, we should just take it slow. Take it slow. Take it slow, take it slow. When we spend a little time together, feel like I can be in your arms forever, ever. Yeah, yeah. Keep it like it is. Baby, it's just not our time, our time. I think we should go think it over. Do we really want each other like we think we do? It will be better if we just keep it like it is. If we just keep it like it is. If we just keep it like it is. If we just keep it like it is.
Try clean like IG, now I wanna go chase my dream. But Babylon vampire of the mice for my better life, and that's why them say conspiring. Unless I'm my concert, no I see no hands up. Yeah, no red shirt, no I see no anchor. Let's just stay alive, yeah. Youths have to find a way. We put the 9 away, eh. Peace and love finally. I've got to shine, you got to shine like doop doop da da. Doop doop da 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 da. Yeah. Yeah. Oh Lord, I must shine your light on me. Yeah, guide me, show me how when my eyes can't see. Yeah. Me not give no pill and no pharmacy. Them not give no pill and no rest. Never rest me no till me go hard. This is why them want put coffee to the taste. From a barn, mommy know some bliss. Put a cross on my necklace. When me walk me no restless. Thunder love me protected. Melodies my remedies can't do. Hey, felonies bad energies don't look good for you. Hey, telling these my fellow G's all enemies them too. Just believe and you'll achieve whatever you want to. Oh, thankful for us today. Hey, life just reminded me. Where diamonds will shine away. Precious defined, just take your time. Doop doop da da. Doop doop da 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 da. Yeah. Yeah. Oh Lord, I must shine your light for me. Yeah, guide me, show me how where my eyes can't see. Yeah.
Drifting through the wind, wanting to start again. Do you ever feel so paper thin, like a house of cards, one door from caving in? Do you ever feel already buried deep, 6 feet under screaming, no one seems to hear a thing? Do you know that there's still a chance for you, 'cause there's a spark in you, and you just gotta ignite the light. Like a waste of space, you're original, cannot be replaced. If you only knew what the future holds, after a hurricane comes a rainbow. Maybe your reason why all the doors are closed, so you could open one that leads you to the perfect road. Like a lightning bolt, your heart will blow, and when it's time you know, you just gotta ignite.
Those crazy talk them I carry round town. Right here now we come to lock that down, yeah. Clean up your lyrics and spread love around, yeah. A niceness we want in this your time, yeah. People tired of your boogering sound. I go chatting on the bangarang. We need some consciousness in our lives. No more war and no more strife. Me say Allah, 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 Allah. We come feel lock this down. Me say I should. We come feel shut them down. Yeah. Allah, 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 Allah. We come feel lock this down. Me say I should. We come to shut the madness down, yeah. Every day I keep wondering what the heck is going on. Have we lost our way? And where is the good vibe gone? Oh, people are tired of dancing by themselves. I run, come here, rubber duck, come here. Make man dance with a woman again. Hold on, Allah, we can fill up this down. Me say I should, we can fi shut them out. With them slackness, Allah, we can fill up this down. Me say I should, we can fi shut the madness down. Oh, well, shut down the slackness, bring back liberty and righteousness, yeah. Should we come fi shut it out? Every day I keep wondering what the heck is going on. Have we lost our way? And where is the good vibe gone? Oh, now, say the people they're tired of skanking by themselves. Run, come a rubber duck, come here. Make man come dance with woman again. Hear me now. Allah, we come to lock them down. Me say I should, we come to shut them down. Again, Allah, we come to lock them down. Yeah. I should, we come to shut them down. Hold on. All those crazy talk them I carry round town. Right here now we come to lock it down, yeah. Clean up your lyrics and spread love around, yeah. A niceness we want in Kingston town, yeah. We say Allah, we come to lock them down. Me say I should, we come to shut them down. Again, Allah, we come to lock them down. Me say I should.
It's easy to remember, but so hard to forget. The day you walked out of my life, baby, I thought you'd be in paradise by the way you make so much noise and follow all your silly friends' advice. But baby, now you're boxing over here and you're boxing over there. You're boxing all over the place, baby. I tell you, you're boxing over here and you're boxing over there. You're boxing all over the place, baby. If you were the type of woman who will face reality, baby, you'd be right here with me, baby. You shouldn't throw away your stick before you cross the water. Remember that new broom only sweetly, baby, but the old broom knows the corner. So baby, you must realize that all The day you walk out of my life, baby, I thought you'd be in paradise. By the way you make so much noise and follow your silly friend's advice, baby. Now you're boxing over here and you're boxing over there. You're boxing all over the place, baby. I say you're boxing over here and you're boxing over there. You're boxing all over the place, baby. You're boxing over here and you're boxing over there. You're boxing all over the place. I tell you, baby, you're boxing over here and you're boxing over there because you follow your silly friend's advice, baby. I tell you, you're boxing over here and you're boxing over there cause you follow your foolish friend's advice, baby, baby. You're boxing over here. I see that you're boxing over there because you follow your foolish friend's
Well, you hear me now, me say them love me bad, me say them love me bad, hey. Love me bad, me say them love me bad, hey. Love me bad, me say them love me bad. Them love me bad, that's why them call me delete all attacker. Top striker when man I deal with the matter in a me khaki suit. So me neat and me dapper. You a wonder how your empress agreed, Mr. Proper. Hug up and a kiss up and a squeeze and grab up like rubber in a split. Me take a piece and chop up. Especially when time a steam and frost up. Me step in at the street, man a cream and the crapper. Woman a conspire and a scheme and a plotter. Say in at the bedroom him not sleep or napper. Say me have the credit and she need in a top up. Greens in me back and no me to me platter. So when me stampede that I breathe from spot. Love me bad, me say them love me bad, hey. Love me bad, me say them love me bad, Lord. Love me bad, me say them love me bad. Love me bad, that's why them tell me. Them love me bad, me say them love me bad, hey. Love me bad, me say them love me bad, Lord. Love me bad, me say them love me bad, hey. Love me bad, that's why she tell me. She say she want give me. She know say man a Ras, me not touch me, trimmy. She see say man a maga man, but me not skinny. Me step in at the dance, everybody want see me. Pon the turntable, me tune them a spinny. She see me with the roots and tonic and want prippy. She take a one whiff and all her ask me what in it. She whisper in my ear and I say she want fling it. But she discreet, she not too clingy. In my bedroom, she want tear off me linen. But me strong like Popeye when him feed pan spinach. Deal with the case till she end up in a clinic. Me push it to the limit. She tell me say she love me bad. She say she love me bad, aye. Love me bad, she say she love me bad, Lord. Love me bad, she say she love me bad, aye. Love me bad, that's why she call me. Aye, she say she love me bad, she say she love me bad, aye. Love me bad, them say them love me bad, all over the world them love me bad, aye. International top striker, me kicking.
They cannot take my wife, cannot take my life. You're the one that's sit up. Tell them I'm living and well and alive. I'm trying to kill the king, but none of them said them couldn't survive. Living and well and alive. Well, righteousness, the overdose, I tell the youth to take a bribe. Living and well and alive. I'm trying to kill the king, ultimately none of them couldn't strive. Living and well and alive. You're the one tell them someday everything's alright. The one on you can't dead. I wish in a million about say them want me the train. Can't dead. Let me say every vampire certainly I go get them big. Can't dead. Well, I'm righteousness me and the whole Jamaica them a said. Can't dead.
want kill the king, but that's a common thing. One poison the king, but that's a common thing. But them could not do the king with them common thing. So me ask me all of them what them a plan and thing. Them a fight against the glory and me song and thing. Well, it look like them want me drop the bomb and thing. Or them want me bust the thing where they don't stand and thing. Can't bust with to one night, the one and the one and them. Yeah, girl. I wish them a me like a bounce, so them want me hear the pain. Yeah, girl. When me say if we vampire, don't me say you say them a go get Greg. Yeah, girl. Well, I righteousness me and they will get to you, them a sin. Yeah, girl. Me burn my night and fish and bread. Who give the pin on if you see my assing? If you don't know the warrior, them we not passing. I remember the warrior, them philasing. Them a try for the king too often. But me burn them night and them coughing. Every dose we not in and not laughing. Tell them some more prayer and fasting. Similar to peanut and planting. More like a bingy and more chanting. More life ever living not lasting. More fire make it blaze with the touching. I'm burn out in the quicker and the crafting. I say again, can't dead. I wish in a minute about say them want major head. They must see one day. They must see want some lightning and thunder, some judgment dread. Can't dead. Well, I like me promoter than me, they will have the youth, them a said. Can't dead. We burn line, I don't fish and bird. Tell them I'm living, I'm well and alive. They try to kill the king, but ultimately none of them couldn't strive. Living, I'm well and alive. And if they kill the king, they know the hell they get to you, them are gonna rise. Living, I'm well and alive. Can't kill the king, and the king make the youth, them survive. Living, I'm well and alive. Yo, them can't stop the youth, them from rise. Yo, them want kill the king, but that's a common thing. One poison the king, but that's a common thing. But them could not do the king with them common thing. Some they stay with them and them a plan and thing. Them a fight against the glory of the song and thing. Well, it looks like them want me drop the bomb.
On you, show you some love, cause I want to. I know you got pride, but let me come through. This time I'll take care of you. Let me pay for it, for it, for it. Let me pay for it, for it, for it. Girl, it give me happiness, and when me make you happy best, and then me take away your stress, and then me grant your request.
Me like what you suggest, spend your money, be my guest. But me have me one money, can't count it excess.
Good body fi spend pon. Girl, me know say you no need no man fi depend pon.
But you have a thing, but you are different from every other man we try. That's why
I wanna spend all my money on you. Show you some love, cause I want to. I know you got pride, but let me come through. This time I'll take care of you. Let me pay for it, for it, for it. Let me pay for it, for it, for it.
Pay for it, pay on it, paper in a wallet. Bank card fi black big house, you pay for it. Chanel, Grassenor, Louis V in a me closet. Man money fi stockpile, elastic bonnet. Pay for it, Lamborghini me favorite. Cash pan it, the price me never wear of in my body. Good couple million in flare on it. Pay for it, pay down pan it, pay for it.
I coulda cash, I coulda credit. Your pocket me defend it. And if me go for in the remittance, I'm gonna send it. Girl, me and you them is fierce, so me not end it. Of course you heard that right, I said it. I wanna spend all my money on you. Show you some love, cause I want to. I know you got pride, but let me come through. This time I'll take care of you. Let me pay for it, for it, for it. Let me pay for it, for it, for it.
Just me and you, girl, we getting high tonight. Baby, we gonna make love under the influence. Making love under the influence. Hey, hearty loving can under the influence. Baby, what an experience. Yeah, have you ever done it in a plane? 30,000 feet above the clouds, I can see the rain. Screaming out so loud, I think the angels
deserve my name. Giving you this pleasure while I'm taking away your pain. You can't complain. We gonna make love under the influence. Making love under the influence. Yeah, the loving can love under the influence. Baby, what an experience. Yeah, girl, you're mine, all mine. You're the only one on board this private flight of mine. Up and down a roller coaster ride tonight. It's turbulent, skies are up, but ain't no one disturbing us. What a rush while we're making love under the influence. Making love under the influence. Yeah, the loving can love under the influence. Baby, what an experience. Yeah, touchdown, have you ever done it in a yacht? Seas so rough, the waves are high, but you still don't want me to stop. No. Begging me to give you, gotta telling me to give you everything I got. Look in my eyes, I got you hypnotized. I know I hit the spot, I'm in the spot. We gonna make love under the influence. Making love under the influence. Yeah, the loving can love under the influence. Baby, what an experience. Yeah. We gonna make love.
End of time with all these wonders inside. Open up your eyes, my guy. For people that suffer everywhere. More water than flow, and some just don't care to share. When the wealth of the world is equally distributed, then I'm sure all things will be well. But as far as I can see, they're making this earth an eternal end, and people are crying everywhere. Everyone is asking if the end is near. So many are fighting for their share under the system so unfair. Come on to Jaja, those who are heavenly ladies. Just say He will give you rest. Yes, and you will find your time of harvest, and your reward will be great. And even if your faith is as small as a mustard seed, still you can move on mountains. Though people are crying everywhere, everyone is asking if the end is near. So many are fighting for their share under the system so unfair. Master God, mighty God, help us now, I pray. Father God, Almighty God, save us in this time. 'Cause everywhere we turn today, they're making this world an eternal, and people are crying everywhere. Everyone is asking if
the end is near. And many are fighting for their share under this system so unfair. Oh well, mighty God, oh my God, Father God, I pray. People crying, mighty God, crying, Father God, ceaseless steps, mighty God, oh God, save mankind.
Lord, a long time on a DJ in a dance, a long time on a chant in a dance. Me come for nice up the area, me come for nice up Jamaica. But watch a check, dance off sell off, dance off to cough, liquor sell off, Georgie wine sell off. People really see it and have to laugh. Oh Lord, promoter and his hygiene have to laugh. Oh them laugh, cha la 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 la, cha la 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 la. Born and grow in Jamaica. No matter where me go, me nah left ya. Me say me nah left Jamaica. Not at all. Me coulda never left Jamaica. In comes King Kabaka, lyrical champion. Watch me chop up the rhythm like a sword from Japan. So bright and for squint like a real Chinese man. Practitioner of yoga but not Indian. Lyrics them a weapon of mass destruction. Me have nuclear bomb like a American. Can't overstand like a Egyptian. I'm a glyphic when me shift it to the fifth dimension. The chat on the rhythm that I feel me religion. You get twist up and flat up like a Brazilian. Pile off your face with the mic in my hand. Then me sip a cup of tea like me come from England. A long time on a DJ in a dance, a long time on a chant in a dance. Me come for nice up the area, me come for nice up Jamaica. But watch your jet, dance off the car, dance on salon, liquor salon, Georgie wine salon. People really see it and have to laugh. Oh Lord, promoter and his hygiene have to laugh. Oh them laugh, cha la 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 la, cha la 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 la. Can't find a park or the dance really cough. Gate man a laugh and the cashier a laugh. Can't find a buckle with a car. Me say me can't find no space to walk. I need a food before the food it's a laugh. The cane man and him hygiene a laugh. Oh them laugh, cha la 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 la, cha la 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 la. King Kabaka, lyrical champion. Born troublemaker from the champion. Bomb squad crew step up in the session. From the sun string up me and forget admission. One condition me and have ambition. Forget bigger than Catholic and Anglican. Rap up and pama so me drop a one song. I tell sit me say it's not no one ton. In a dirty Babylon me a fist and strong. Spurling and me sip before me slap it pan palm. Satisfaction she get a lot of that from King Kabaka. Me said this and not chat is action. A long time on a DJ in a dance, a long time on a DJ rubber dub. Me come for nice up the area. Oh Lord, me come for nice up Jamaica. But watch a dread, dance off the cock, dance off sell off, liquor sell off, Georgie wine sell off. People really see it and have to laugh. What's them a laugh? Promoter and his hygiene have to laugh. Oh them laugh, cha la 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 la, cha la 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 la. Oh Lord, I'm murder cry tears for so many years. In a children gone astray. Mama had to cry, give her to try. Now make it all disappear. Aye aye. Mama had to cry tears. Wildfire, hurricane, and earthquakes, so calm and stay. Mama heart a cry, give earth a try, or else a time to prepare for we own extinction. No see a thing wrong. We need a drastic change, in my opinion. The earth are with dominion, where we get everything from. But we use and abuse to get we income. But when it all boil down and disease and pestilence spread across the globe like in the Old Testament, everything is in accordance with cosmic law, which is so excellent. Nothing with detriment. Mama heart a cry tears. For so many years, seen our children gone astray. Mama heart a cry, give earth a try, before it all disappear.
Aye, aye, mama heart a cry tears. Wildfire, hurricane, earthquake, so calm and stay. Mama heart a cry, give earth a try. No one time to prepare. Wicked man, your judgment and get nearer. See clear like the gel in a aloe vera. Biochemics keep mashing up the era. Radiation is all a part of the game plan. Them say one of them go perish when the earth replenish. Mama cry and make a sound in every territory. And all our children we do what is necessary. Protect the earth with fluid one military.
Mama heart a cry tears. For so many years, seen our children gone astray. Mama heart a cry, give earth a try, now make it all disappear.
Aye, aye, mama heart a cry tears. Wildfire, hurricane, earthquake, so calm and stay. Mama heart a cry, give earth a try. No one time to prepare. We can't do without Mother Nature. She's our driving force. Protect her with my life, of course. The birth of our resource.
And in our womb it is so sacred. Every living being she cultivated. But dirty Babylon them off is strip her naked. But can't believe me live to see the day when
mama heart a cry tears. For so many years, seen our children gone astray. Mama heart a cry, give earth a try. Now make it all disappear.
Mama heart a cry tears. Wildfire, hurricane, earthquakes, so calm and stay. Mama heart a cry, give earth a try. Give mama heart a try. Give the natural fruits and herbs a try. Pressure bus pipe and come back a beat.
Son, don't put your hand where you can't reach it. It doesn't make no sense. Good things come to those who work hard for it. Just yourself, the life you can't afford to live. The road to the top is long and winding. A foolish dog focused to flying bird. Patient man, right donkey. Patient man, right donkey. The cool hot sun. Cool hot sun. You have to creep before you walk. While there is life, there is hope. Cool hot sun. Cool hot sun. Cool, 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 cool it, cool it. Cool, 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 cool it, cool off. You too hard. You too hard. Cool, 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 cool it, cool out. Son, don't put your hand where you can't reach it. It doesn't make no sense. Good things come to those who work hard for it. Adjust yourself to the life you can afford to live. The road to the top is long and winding. A foolish dog
No, I know nothing can go wrong. 1 in a million keeps me in line. I write the song, your inspiration, with carefully chosen words. I know you're mine. Yes, girl, you correct me when everyone else is afraid to, yeah. And you with your bold self, you say what I should, say what I shouldn't do. 9 out of 10 times, bullseye, you hit it right on the spot. My way to recommend you, instead of you there, they only make one of you. Then they throw away the mouth, only make one of you. Can't be bought or sold, only one of you. You're a blessing in disguise, only one of you. You fill my eyes, yeah. You know I share with you, yes, but I don't share with another. Won't even try to hide my secrets, cause you know it little further. You took one look at me and you know right away how and when I'm hurting. You adopted my problem as if it was nothing. Oh, they only make one use, then they throw away the mold. Only make one use, can't be bought or sold. Only one of you. You're that blessing in disguise. Only one of you. You fill my eyes. Yeah. Only one. Only one. Only one. Only one. Only one. Correct me when everyone else is afraid to, yes. And you with your bold self, you say what I should, say what I shouldn't do. 9 out of 10 times, bullseye, hit it right on the spot. My way to recommend you, instead of you that, yes, they only make one of you, yes. And then they throw away the mold, only make one of you. Yeah. Can't be bought or sold, only one is. You're that blessing in disguise, only one is. You fill my eyes, only one, only one, only one, only one, only one. Only one, only one.
I'm here writing pages by my dumb luck. I haven't felt this way in ages, but I found a reason to enjoy this season. Straight off of a page out of my diary, I see my summer love in its reality. So I tilted my sunshades, I took my sunshades, yeah. As the sun goes down, summer love's always gonna be around. Summer love's always gonna be around. Summer love's always gonna be. So I write days down, because summer love's always gonna be around. Summer love's always gonna be around. an everyday